Don't worry, guys. We're all going to survive this. I have a plan, and the plan is to not die and not
Well,
let anyone die.
Revolutionary lemon.
I know.
funny enough, Lemon, you do have a plan. Even if you might, and I fully believe you don't realize that you have a plan, but you do have a plan.
If you have way too much faith in me.
I'm sending you a message in hidden chat, and you will realize that you've actually had a plan the entire time.
Obviously.
Uh-huh.
I know. That was the plan all along.
Yeah, I've been setting this up for like 12 episodes, okay?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I am nothing if
Don't
not
worry, guys.
thorough.
We have a plan.
You see that? You hear that tone of confidence that time? You hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am playing for DTS. Me, not Alex. I am playing for DTS. I am so smart that I knew.
And humble. Very
And
humble.
very humble, very smart, very handsome, very intelligent, very funny. What else is there?
Yeah. Incredibly humble, truly.
Truly. That's me.
All right. I don't know where Mike is, but we can definitely start. I will add sort of Mike as a. You know what? No, I'll just scale it down a little bit because we only have 3 people. So, it's balanced for 7. So,
7.
yeah. That's fine.
Don't worry about it.
This is fine.
I'm not worrying about
The
it.
more
We've been
you
over
say that,
this.
the more worried I get. Every single time.
Lovely. You should be. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the horror of Friday morning. We are back with our 3 lovely players for episode 25. And last episode, there's a few different things that happened. We traveled away from the last trial and tried to find our way up toward the mountain, up on the rise. Up there, we found each other because I believe. Oh wait, right. On the way up there, I think we found the Slytherin boys. They immediately were like, "Fuck you guys!" Tried to attack. Alice stayed behind to kind of lead them elsewhere, and was able to evade them. And our party got split. We decided to go into the mansion and take our leave there, trying to recuperate from the fight. And we had to find Alice. And Edgar decided to go out with Anastasia to go try to find Alice. And Anastasia rewarded him by stupefying him in the middle of the forest and leaving him all wrapped up. The mansion itself was moved Arnesia, having lied about not finding a single broom in the mansion, which now sounds so stupid. Of course they would have a broom. And the Southern girls were gone. But by skill, because you guys rolled pretty damn well, and also a little bit of luck, we slowly started to find one another. Alice, knowing how to follow tracks and signs, led to Edgar. Oh, Mike's here. Hey, Mike. We're just doing the
Hello.
wrap up. We're doing the recap. And then we found ourselves at a river. A little bit of hope there, because rivers always lead either to the ocean or to a larger body of water. We were looking for fathoms. Was our best bet. On the way, we found a destroyed camp. So much mystery there, not knowing exactly what had gone wrong. The night before, we had felt wind blowing through the trees, but no curriculum, nothing you could see. We followed it down to the water's edge, found the lake, and afar off on the lake, on the other side, we saw the Slytherin girls, Gemma and all them, finishing the trial. Emerging from the lake, Taylor, coming off the back of a Kelpie, had the key. They went off into the forest, and you guys, kilometers away, decided to pursue them. You did so mostly successfully until you felt that you were so close, but it was getting dark. The trail ran cold, and in the night, at least, in the night, you could maybe see if they started a campfire. You're the ones with the mansion. If you can find them, take that damn key. And finally finish the tournament. But things took a turn for the worse when we heard the blood-curdling screaming of Vernesia running through the forest, echoing over everything, more terrified than you have ever heard her. Something is wrong. Something is deeply wrong. And we run into the dark, into the forest. No longer, I don't think, caring much about the competition, or even about the betrayal at this point, not in this moment. Making sure that they're okay. Running through the forest. You can hear explosions and blasts of colored light shine through the trees. Campfire starts to come into view. And Alice at the front. There's a moment of hesitation as you see webbing covering a small ruin of cobbled stone that Arnesia's group seems to have their camp set in. Let me go! Let me! You hear a hiss and watch as Gemma is overwhelmed by 8 hairy legs. Ah! You can hear an inhuman voice come from between the chilling fangs of a giant acromantula. You see through the trees, it starts to wrap her up, binding her with heavy silk cords. There's a flash of light for a moment, and running into camp, you can see Saoirse flicking her wand in the air. And a red spark streaks from it, but is snuffed out by an acromantula that hits her down to the ground. becoming overwhelmed. Edgar and Will, you kind of come to a halt 60 feet before where the fight is, trying to ascertain exactly what you should do here. We have, narratively, a moment to talk, but not too long.
Oh, well, Jim is left for dead. Moving on.
No. We're in here. Come on.
You
Come on,
grab
everybody.
Will by the back of the collar.
You want
No.
to save them?
I want to kill those things.
How many are there?
Make a perception check, and it is nighttime.
Ugh, okay. $23.
Ooh.
Oh, you must make it at disadvantage because it is nighttime.
Oh, okay.
It's dark.
Never mind.
So just roll one more time, and we'll see.
20.
20.
Wow.
So, and you, like, as you guys are just assessing the situation really quickly, you hand on the side of a tree, look from behind it, and begin to watch. 1, 2, 3. You see another one crawling down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. A horde of them coming out from the trees. 15 more drooping low from them, leaping between tree to tree, coming down like a wave that is about to crash down upon the party. You see Anastasia fighting for her life. Radiaxamai! Radiaxamai! Bright flashes of radiant light pushing them back.
Okay, so there are 30 or 30 odd?
There are a lot.
Okay. Are they all the small? There's different sizes. Are they all?
They are large size creatures.
Fuck. Okay.
With a 20, you notice far off, tops of the trees, silhouetted from the light, dark blue of the sky, some of the trees starting to move unnaturally. You can feel the slightest thud on the tree that you're holding. Thud. Something's coming.
Guys, there's 30 of them, and there's something bigger coming. So whatever we are gonna do, we have to do it fast, and I think it should include running.
I don't think those are only 30.
Clear a swath. Come on, everybody.
You can't be serious. They left us to die.
I don't care.
Okay, but if we're getting overwhelmed, we need to run. Grab as many as we can, and we run.
As many as we can. Not everybody, just like whoever you can grab, you know.
We gotta be realistic here. I'm sorry.
There are only
Bye.
4 of you and 5 of them, so.
Bye,
And-
Gemma.
30 acromantula. 30.
Uh-huh.
We almost died against like 10. And the only reason we didn't is because an adult came. So, oh, wait, we can just perculum. Let's just perculum right now.
No.
What? No, yes. This is a curriculum situation for sure.
Why are you
not.
so stubborn about this? What do you want to get out of this, Alice?
Yeah. Just a moment ago, we saw Saoirse try to perculum, but
Oh.
it didn't get out of her wand because she got tackled immediately.
Okay, can
Yeah.
Anne's gonna perculum.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
stop.
and everybody's like, "No, Anne, stop! Curriculum!" There's a bright red flare shoots up into the sky, high up above the trees, and it softly lays there, and you can see the acromantula looking up and glistening red in their many eyes, and a few of them turn toward your group, noticing you guys probably 60 feet away. Some of them leap to the side, and Anne, there's no wind. There's no wind. There's nothing coming. You think maybe it's just a delay. Curriculum! Nothing.
Then we
Great.
kill our way out.
We cannot kill all of them. That's not possible. Simple as that. We need to go.
We got 30 seconds.
I'm not leaving them, and I'm not leaving the chance to prove I'm better now.
Better than what?
Doesn't matter.
You are impossible.
I'm going in.
Alice is going in with or without you. And as Alice starts moving, the hollow terror comes over you of exactly what that means.
I think Azrith had said to Anne that she knows that there's something wrong with the school. Correct? That's what it must. This doesn't work. That means probably the death root hit something in the school because it eats magic and maybe a ward or something.
Anne
And
has
we're
touched
screwed.
perfectly on what is happening. It seems like Anne, as a character, and Allie as a character, is smart enough to understand that if Periculum is not working, you remember what McGonagall said. Reach out with the Hogwarts wards and take you from the battlefield. The wards are down. Your safety net is gone. And that's probably why there's acromantula here. They wouldn't have allowed you out into the forest if there were acromantula in that area. They would have kept them out by means of the wards.
Will has disappeared, by the way.
Oh.
Yep.
Anne realizes this, turns to share her revelation with Will, and he's gone. And she says, fuck. And follows Alice, I guess, to her
Anne
death.
runs after Alice. Edgar?
Edgar follows, of
But-
course, of course.
So to note,
Yeah.
Will has turned invisible
Yeah.
and is running away from the group to turn into a dragon without anyone noticing.
Because you're still keeping that
Multiple
a
deniability.
secret. I wonder how long that'll last.
Yeah, not too long. A little longer,
Okay.
maybe for the NPCs.
As you guys are having this conversation, just before all that was happening, from afar, Alice, as you turn to move, you can see a slightly larger one call out, "Kira Takvi!" And you can see its little pedipalps like point toward you. And 6 more drop down onto the ground. They race out toward you to meet you. You can hear Gemma scream as she's grabbed by a string and then dragged like a bundled moth into the darkness of the forest floor. Everybody, roll initiative.
Here we go. The moment of death.
Here we go again. Oh, that's not great. Okay.
Jesus.
Just waiting on Mike, I think.
Alice went into war with the worst soldiers of all time.
It's fine.
That's fine. She can solo them.
I mean, it's probably not fine, but Alice doesn't care about that right now.
Yeah.
Mike, where's your initiative?
Miss Kesha.
Michael!
Miss Kesha.
Michael!
Can someone roll my +2?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I got it for you. 20. Oh my goodness. I'm muting Mike because the typing. 17! Nice, so you and Alice are right next to each other there.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'd be first because of the dex.
But what beats all of you is the 19 that the Acromantula got.
Mm.
So as you guys are running out toward this group that are being attacked, pushed down, Taylor, Ernesia, Gemma, Saoirse, Anastasia, fighting for their lives. Some of them, Saoirse down on the ground, Gemma already wrapped up and pulled away, Anastasia trying to blow back as many as she can. She runs out like toward Gemma and casts out Oradia Exumi, and that the bright light sends the Acromantula there flying back into the brush, into the darkness, when one comes to the side and bites onto her. That is a natural one to hit. So damn, she's able to like sidestep, and I think it's kind of an impressive thing for you to watch. She sidesteps to the side and then kicks out one of the like legs of the Acromantula. The leg kind of buckles underneath, and then she flicks her wand again with a flipendo, and this thing goes flying back. She's holding her own. A few of them try to come down around Taylor. Boom, boom, boom around her. 3 of them. She's like on all sides. You can see that same calm expression, and then she holds onto her wand and tries casting Nebulous. But we're gonna get some attacks at disadvantage. Fail. Nice. That's a success. Oh no, with a disadvantage. That's fail. What? So many 3s? What the hell? There's like 4 3s in there. All of them miss. Goodness gracious! Good job, Taylor. I guess. She's able to create a smoke screen and like moves underneath of their attacks, and it kind of disappears in all of it. Ernesia is running out towards Saoirse, trying to help her when she's attacked from the side as well. That's a hit. She makes a con save, fails the con save, and I need a dice roller here. Yeah, sure. It'd be nice. Maybe I'll put the dice roller on this side. Okay, so this is okay, and then more. Okay, that is 33 points of piercing damage as 2 fangs come down and like scrape along her arm once, and then puncture down into it as she's trying to throw this thing off of her, but it's larger than her. And because they go first, a few of the ones that saw you earlier, listening to the plight of their leader, start running out toward you guys. And I'm gonna roll some attacks against you. That is, oh boy, 25 to hit Alice.
Yeah.
16 to hit Anne.
That hits.
And 19 to hit Edgar.
That hits as well.
All of you must
and
make a con
did you
save.
calculate your bonus from Nolan for your armor class?
You do have a
Yes.
+2, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Still hits.
So, everyone make a con save, please.
An 18.
17.
Edgar?
Wait, I'm trying to see if I have inspiration. Fuck. Natural 1.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you mine. Roll again.
Oh. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Cat.
16.
All three of you succeed. Good on you. Alice. 16. 18 points of piercing damage.
That is halved. Okay. I just want to keep it for my own
Halved.
register. Is 18 the halved number?
No. I haven't rolled the other side yet. And then 17 poison halved to the hell is half 17? 6. No,
8.
7. Wait, 8. Yeah, 8, 16. Yeah. 8.
So
8
18
points of
plus
poison.
8.
Yep.
Okay. That is
And then Anne,
6.
you take 13 points of piercing damage and 6 points of poison damage. That's already halved. And Edgar, you take
Yes.
15 points of piercing damage
Okay.
and 6 points of poison damage.
Okay.
Will get his just desserts in a minute. He ran back, changed, and flew over. So they beset each of you like a harsh defensive line. They come out toward you, and you running out toward them, they meet. There's flashes of spells as you guys try to defend yourself. Just the breadth of their bodies alone, the amount of slamming, like bludgeoning that they can inflict in a single go is enough to knock you off of your feet. You kind of try to scramble out of the way of fangs coming down. They hit the ground, and other ones leap out toward you, and you're kind of attacked by a million different knives slashing out toward you. You are able to move on your turns here kind of around them and closer toward the party. I think Anastasia notices you guys coming, seeing all of them, and yells, Alice! She like screams, just run! She's yelling out at you. And then after that, it is Alice's turn.
How close together are the spiders?
How close together are the spiders? So we're operating in theater of the mind. Essentially, there are, and so let's just kind of be clear: there are more spiders than you can handle in a single go. Now, there are clusters. So, like if you remember some of the things I said, there were Gemma is wrapped up and is currently laying there, waiting for another spider to come and take her away. Anastasia has a spider on her. Taylor had 3 spiders on her, but she was able to get the fuck out of there. Saoirse has a spider on top of her, currently webbing her up. And then there are more in the trees and also besetting you. It's a horde.
Okay.
Question becomes, who do you want to protect? If you're asking about clusters of them.
I am going to... I'm going to do an Arania Eximi on the one on Saoirse.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'll make a con save. That is a failure.
Okay, that is 46. Let me do the math. Uh, 13 damage, just pushing it away, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you cast out a Radiant Eximi. There's a bright flash of that radiant light. You can see it sear the side of the Acromantula as she is half webbed up and is flown back into the forest away from Saoirse. Saoirse desperately is like trying to get the webbing off of her with her own 2 hands, but it's like sticking to her. She's panicking. You're able to make it to her. And the other acromantulas are turning around, and you're kind of now becoming surrounded on all sides. What do you say to her?
I'm just gonna pick her up and be like, find a better place with me. And then I'm going to bonus action, quicken spell, not relax, carpe retractum on Gemma, and just yank her over as well.
So, in my mind, Gemma was a little bit far from that. But kind of were nearby. So you're able to like drag Gemma more toward the center, away, because like she was pulled toward toward the horde, right? So you're able to pull her away from the horde and in the center of the area where like Taylor and that kind of stuff was. She still needs to be picked up. She still needs to be helped out of the binding she's found herself in, but she is in a much better position.
I'll just be like, someone pick her up, and I'm gonna start trying to yank Saoirse back into the tree line.
And who else got that 17 on the initiative? That was Mike?
Yes, it was Mike.
Yep.
Overhead, white wings fly over the battlefield. Funny enough, you do have, just aside from the fight, last time this dragon showed up, it was... Oh, wait, no, that was the 7th years that conjured it, not the Slytherin girls. Anyway, you fly out over there. I need a acrobatics check. This first check is done with a low DC.
You know what, Alex? You can eat a bag of acrobatic dicks.
What?
The last, I'm just kidding. I'm mostly just kidding. But like for the last 5 sessions, I've rolled more acrobatics checks than any other. I'm in fucking.
Really? You're flying. You're flying in between trees, and then on top of that, the current issue is there's also webbing, as described at the beginning of the scene. It'll be getting worse as the fight progresses. Right now, in the place where you are, there's not as much webbing. 17. So, Will, you're able to expertly, bank left, bank right, barrel roll to the right-hand side, and then you find yourself in the little ruinous clearing where everybody is. You can see more of the acrobat. Oh. You okay?
Yeah, I excitedly pressed the done button and yeah, I'm good. Sorry.
Okay. Where did I last leave off with you?
Just after you said 17, I clicked the done button and.
Gotcha. One moment, I gotta blow my nose. So much better. As I was saying, so with the 17, you are able to bank left, bank right, move out of the way of a large tree trunk on your left-hand side, and then barrel roll away from this like harsh webbing that has been thrown up along the canopy. Up here, you find yourself on top of the clearing, a bird's eye view of what's happening. You can see all the people fighting for their lives down below you, and then you can also see the acromantula who are currently moving through the canopy above at like your level, and they are stringing web between the area, creating this like encroaching ceiling to the overall forest. What do you do, Will?
So several people are currently wrapped up.
So Gemma's wrapped up, but is no longer in the thicket. She's in the main area with everyone else. Saoirse has gotten up to her feet, and Alice kind of has her. She's like clinging on to Alice, and trying to find her wand really quick. She like picks it up. Taylor, I mean, with your bird's eye view, you'd probably be able to see. Never mind, that's a natural 20 for her stealth check. Taylor's nowhere to be seen. Out of character, she's like keeping low and moving through the underbrush right now, away from everybody else. Anastasia is currently fighting for her life, and Ernesia, who pushes off an acromantula from her, is trying to run to Anastasia in order to like kind of go back to back.
Alrighty. I think I'm going to um, focus on burning webs that might be getting in our way for the
You
escape.
know what? I think that's a great idea. I want you to make a perception check as well, with disadvantage because it's dark. It's possible that you, with your bird's eye view, see something that others have only hinted at. Yeah. Yeah. So as you're flying up here, deciding what you want to do, you can see an encroaching darkness. We're talking like not the dark of the forest and it's nighttime. No, like a cloud of it rolling through the underbrush, and you see something silhouetted, dark on dark. But with your dragonish eyes, the slits go straight, and you can see from the farthest side an acromantula larger than anything that you have ever seen before, pushing trees aside. You can hear the cracking of them. Some of them start to go down left and right, and the acromantula cover it like an encroaching army. You can still do your thing, but I wanted you to know that.
Yeah. Um.
So same choice. It is useful.
I think. Let me see. Oh yeah, so they're in the same general direction of the acromantula are. Like our escape is in the opposite direction, right? The one.
Yes, you guys ran into the fight. You guys got to run back the way you came.
Yeah. So I think my goal, if they're currently trying to web shit, then I'm going to probably try to like burn any webbing leading toward the exit with my fire breath.
All right. So overhead, you don't really notice the dragon, the small dragon, but you do notice once flames come from all around, licking up the sides of the trees, immediately emulsifying some of the like the older ones, the more dead ones with dry branches. And the flames lick up onto the left-hand side and right-hand side and start to snap and burn off like flash paper the webbing that's being set up around here. This creates a harsh defensive line, at least on the canopy above, so they can't jump down as easily. They're going to have to, they, they can't pursue you on the canopy as easily. They're gonna have to jump down and chase you on the ground. Anything else, Will?
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna then fly toward that exit area, right? So that I'm gonna try to stay out of everyone's view still, probably in the canopy, but toward the exit, so that right, if we need more fire support when my fire is available and people are
Yeah.
running for the exits, I can like burn fire down
You know what?
on the acromantula in the trees.
It's a deck save for your fire breath, right?
Yeah.
Some acromantula would get caught in it. That's a natural 20. So a few of them are able to see you come by, and I think like any view of a dragon from an acromantula is like get the fuck out of its way. So a few of them know to like back up as flames appear on the left-hand side, and they know that they can't move forward. Good job, Will. Who got higher, Anne or Edgar?
I got a 13.
13 for initiative. Okay, I believe that's the girls. The Slytherin girls fight back. Let's see. Saoirse's running. I think she's like actually Saoirse. She would go and get her cousin. Jimmy! She's gonna run after Jemmy and try to cast Defendo. Success! Saoirse's not good
Yay!
at casting spells. She got
Yay!
Defendo. So it cuts her out. She puts her hand down and grips her up. They have to run through the area, get the opportunity attack on them. Oh, that's a fail. It's a 3 on a different die than was rolling the 3 earlier. and so they're able to like leap to one side as an acromantula stamps down onto the ground where they were, and are able to move off with Alice toward the back. They're kind of in a more safer position now. Ernisia meets up with Anastasia. The two of them go back to back. You can hear them shouting between one another, and they too are going to cast out some spells. They're going to cast out incendios. Seeing the flames above, good idea. Incendio. That's a success and a fail. Okay. So they both cast incendio, but the acromantula is on one side near the kind of the cluster of them are able to take a few steps back. They're caught between the fire above and now the fire below. They're able to create a harsh defensive line in front of them. And then on Ernesia's left, one comes over, leaping from the trees that bear the flame above, pushing through the fire. A deadly leap, which will make both of them make a strength saving throw. And they both fail. Oh, shit. Deadly leap. Dice roller, dice roller. Which deals 48 points of bludgeoning damage to the both of them. They get flattened down by a larger acromantula than you can expect. It hits them onto the ground and then pushes them out onto the dirt, separating the two of them. They're no longer able to have one another's strength. And this thing is partially on fire, licking up from the right-hand side. It will take fire damage. Will, it's from your fire, so go ahead and roll me your fire damage. I think it's like 4d6 or something.
I think it's 8d6. It's definitely standard
It's his fireball damage. It's not even
Confringo style damage, yeah.
Because you don't have the full stats of like. Okay, you know, why don't I find the dragon stats? Okay. Monster Book of Monsters.
Yep, it's the trade off we had is either a large dragon with no breath or a medium dragon with medium dragon's breath.
Got you. The medium dragons. Oh well, yeah. So the medium dragon's breath. You were close. It was 76. Because it's half that of the large dragon's breath. Antipodean opali.
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Can someone roll that for me, please?
Yeah, I can do it for you.
I'm on my phone again, but I can grab a computer, so I will get that set up now so that I don't have to ask.
That is 23 points of fire damage.
Ooh.
Halved. They did not succeed any saving throw. They willingly went through the fire. Which means that becomes 11 points of fire damage on it. This thing seemingly has no issue with the flames. A lot less than you guys were expecting. And it's immediately going to grab onto Anastasia and is going to, as its secondary action, because it's the larger one, gets to... This is not the giant one, this is just a larger one. Gets to make a web attack. At advantage because she is prone. That's a success. Anastasia is webbed up. Okay. Anne, it is your turn.
Okay. Yeah. Anne's gonna head towards Arnesia and Anastasia, and she has a feature. that she's going to use.
Okay.
It's called Harness Arcanum. And the feature it's her 6th level feature. And it says, as an action, I can repel monsters. And each hostile beast that can see or hear Anne within 30 feet must make a wisdom saving throw. If the beast fails its saving throw, it's turned for 1 minute or until it takes any damage. So she'd like to try and use it on the one. she would like to try and use it to move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's any that you. How many targets can you get?
Any that can see and hear and within 30 feet of her. So she's going to move very close to Anastasia and Ernisia.
Ernisia,
then
yeah.
get that one and hopefully any little ones that are thinking
Well,
about.
the ones that were on Taylor were now turning toward your group, trying to find her, trying to find you. So those 3 as well. The big one got a 21 on its saving throw. Yeah, it's not fucking scared of you. Meanwhile, the other ones fail. 16.
I don't think that does fail, actually.
That is 14.
I think that meets it as well. I think her spell save is a 14. So
And then there's okay. No way.
That can't be right.
That can't be right. Unless we really messed up at the
What's
creation of your
stats?
character. And if you could for me, please make a spell. If you could for me, please make a spell attack /spell attack. When you do that, it'll show your.
Sorry, I might just be totally wrong.
Mike, it says no device is connected.
It's 15.
I'm sorry, guys. I should know.
15. Yeah, your DC is 15.
Sorry. Okay, cool. Then that one does fail. The 14 does fail. The 16 passes.
Yeah. And then we're going to get, because there would also be the ones behind you, because you guys kind of ran in, like they attacked you and then you ran past them into the group. And so you're kind of like, caught on 2 sides now. So it'd be really great to get that other half gone. So I'll make three checks for them. 16. Failure. That's the middle one.
Woohoo.
All right. Natural 1. So 2 out of 3 of those clusters of acromantula are affected by what you're doing. Alice, Anne, give us the flavor. What does this look like? What kind of magic are you summoning here?
Oh, I think she runs forward and she has no idea what she's going to do, and then it just looks like blue flames come out of her wand and sort of hit the acromantula sort of in a circle. That's what I imagine.
You send it off. You're surprised by the color of it. Even you can feel an influence, something helping your party. What you've been listening to for however long is paying off. You feel the power that sends off many of the acromantulas that were coming out after Taylor. They kind of back off away from the heat of the flames, and then you can see on the from behind you some of the other ones that see this run to the sides, trying to regroup with the rest of them. They don't want to be caught out alone and get killed by a wizard. And you are able to have this sort of aura, this you are inflicting fear upon the enemy, which is making them regroup, making them to form into tighter clusters. Good, Anne?
Yep, that's it.
Wonderful. Mike's back. Hi, Mike. You put a Dance with Dragons? It should be Imagine Dragons. Maybe
Fair
that's
enough.
next week. Maybe that's
I
next
can
week.
imagine any dragon.
I wake up from the crowd. Okay. Edgar, you stand and doing this, and you can hear a little voice in your mind. Finally taking. This is
Oh.
fun. Whatever will happen. You can see, you can feel thud, thud, thud. You can feel the encroaching army now. At the end of the round, you begin to see something peeking out of the darkness. An acromantula larger than that of most farm equipment. Something larger than a Cerberus, about the size of an adult dragon. Its legs peer out of the dark. The dark kind of rolls off of it forward. You can see this large horned thorax on the back. Eyes on one side, gray. 3 of them on the right-hand side, and a scar that runs up it, like that of a burn mark. The mandibles click together 3 times, and more leap out of the wood from below, or run out of the bushes. It's not its turn yet, but you can feel it coming, and then you can hear. Can you feel it, Edgar? The burning in your heart, the beating in your chest, adrenaline in your veins. This is what living is like. Should we teach them?
I think we should.
Let go. Let go of what you believe. Allow power to guide you only. Find it! Come, Coleman! Teach them what fear is!
Okay. Ooh, okay, Alex. Does anything happen out of character, or do I just take my turn normally?
Your deal that you made with
Okay.
Azreth
Okay.
is coming into fruition.
Yay!
He told you that he would give you the power that you needed to protect your friends. He imbues you with it in this moment. You can feel, and has already harnessed it, had found it within herself. And you are emboldened by that same flame. Your wand ignites with Azreth's blue flame, and it moves up your hand, up your arm, and lightly coats like a subtle glow along you. You can feel it. It's almost uncontrollable, frightening. It could kill very easily. You feel the power of life and death in your own hand. What do you do with it, Edgar?
Okay, how far out is that stupidly huge thing?
That depends. I'm guessing you kind of ran in with everybody else. It is any point within 50 to 30 feet, your choice, depending on how far you ran into the battle.
I'll say 30. That's way too close. What the fuck?
Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Because you couldn't see it until it was already pushing into the clearing. It places
Okay.
a leg down on one of the trees, and the tree cracks to the right-hand side.
Okay, if I can see its face, I'll say that Edgar will try to unleash all of that energy into that thing. Hopefully, if it goes down, if Azeroth is powerful enough, it will go down and it will leave us alone and we'll be safe or something. I don't know.
It's not Azreth that's wielding the power. It is you.
What?
Please make
Okay.
me a spellcasting ability check.
Normal one? Okay.
Do I have to remind you what a spellcasting ability check is again? Do I have to, or
No, it's just my
No, you
d20
gotta-
plus my modifier, so that's 19.
It's pretty good.
yeah, you will give a +5, so okay. Edgar, do you want me to take it or should you?
I want you because I don't know. I'm telling you that he's
Oh.
going to give it like his
Okay.
own. He's unleashing
Okay.
it. He's like, this thing is going down. That's my last option.
Mm-hmm. From the back, with a 19, you cast out in front of you with no words. You just push everything from within you becomes like a wave through your veins, through your palm, and out the tip of the wand. You can see these long arcing shapes through the air. And Edgar, I guess, yeah, we haven't determined that yet, so it wouldn't be fair. But you can see shapes pushing out of it, trying to form something. They lick up all around the arena here, kicking up Acromantula, and you can hear a screech in a halt. It's important to state, when the big one jumped through the fire earlier, it took half damage from flame. They're resistant to fire damage, which is not normal for Acromantulas to be. This flame, however, pushes not only over them, but through them. You can see 3 of them become pulled up into the air and flung away, the legs pulling in, and you can feel the life from within them drain and snuff in a moment. More of them killed on the left and right. And one major maw opens up toward the largest of the Acromantulas. It slams into her as she is just pushing off into the battlefield, and she rears up on her back legs. She takes a brunt of it, and you can feel your magic trying to eat away at her, trying to push into her, trying to rip and tear the life force out of her chest. Something else is there too. Something that says no and pushes back against you. There is a subtle green light. She puts up her legs and pushes them down, and the flames are beat back by it slightly. You like can feel your wand starting to shake, starting to wane in power. You try to close your eyes and push, and in one final desperate plea, flick your wand to the left, and the flames grab onto the side of her, and with its force pushes her onto her side, which destroys trees as she barrel rolls onto her back and then onto her legs once again. Wizards. You hear English come out of her mouth. Capture them! I want them alive! And she is going to get up to her feet as the power goes out, and you can hear Azreth say, well, run!
Fuck. Okay.
You have turned the tide of the battle at the end of the combat here. Well, not end of the combat, but end of the round. And you have given everybody a solid ability to run away.
Okay. Without me, Azra, to be honest. But
There are dead acromantula lying in the center of the field, like all of their legs curled inward. You probably killed upwards of 7 or 8 of them in a single go.
damn. Jesus Christ. I mean, he was thinking that
Edgar,
that was that
gain a corruption point.
corruption point. For monsters?
How many
Okay.
do you have?
0.
You gain 2 corruption points
Zero
for Mhm.
For
for
killing.
monsters.
for killing monsters.
creatures.
Yeah, that's one. One of them just spoke to you.
It wanted to kill us. What are you talking
Oh,
about?
totally. No.
It's still
You
a sentient
are
creature.
you are absolutely justified in fighting back and defending yourself. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is the means by which you did it gains you corruption points
Yeah.
for giving
No
into your
idea.
use of power against another creature. In this moment, to be clear, the acromantula, at least when it comes to Edgar alone, were not the ones who were powerful. It was Edgar. And he chose to wield that power to kill them. Justified? Your call.
Fuck's sake. Where do I add my corruption points? And do they do anything, or are they just flavor?
Everybody running? You have to just type them down. You got to keep track of them.
Okay,
It would be
wait.
good to record why you gained them too.
Okay. Okay,
Mhm.
give me 1 second. To write them all down. Just give me 1 moment.
So, anybody doing anything other than running? I mean, I'm thinking about it. Anastasia is still hurt. Yeah, she's webbed up. She got the big one that's still on her. Ernicia's just down, but Gemma's up, Saoirse's up, Taylor's gone. Peace. So Anastasia is the only person that is in danger. But if we don't move now, that window is going to close.
Can
Really
I still take bonus actions or not?
No. That's your
Okay.
whole thing.
Okay. Go ahead, guy.
Well, you too. I'm kind of like we're pausing the round overall and we're entering the narrative idea. What is everyone choosing to do here?
Oh,
Because we might enter a chase scene instead of a fight scene, depending on how people choose.
well, if everyone except for Anna is safe, Edgar is very vindictive, so he's gonna leave them. He leave here and run. But that
And
depends if
if I-
everyone else runs. If they stay, he's gonna stay. So
If I use a bonus action to do another carpe on Anna, could I yank her
And-
off the body?
You're not able to because this thing is on top of her. It's like looming
Okay.
over her. So the moment you pull it, it'll
But
just
she's
go.
not webbed.
Nope.
She's not webbed up yet.
She is webbed up.
Okay, she is
Yep.
webbed up.
Yeah, it got
So can I
it
yank
tackled
her
her to
out
the
of-
ground and then it used like its bonus action to web up.
Could I yank her out of underneath?
You would need you can do to make it that like this thing is no longer, attached to her. You would need to do relatio.
Okay.
And then you could carpe retractum as a bonus action if you have quicken cast.
Would that allow me to be able to run if I do that?
Yeah, movement separate from all that, right?
Then I should be able to do that. I will try to do that at least.
All right, so Alice is staying behind, sort of, a little bit,
I'm
because
just
you
making
have
sure
to.
everybody gets
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, you're not dashing with your action,
Right. I'm just not
So
sprinting.
you'll be in the back. Mhm.
Right.
Okay. Anne, Will, Edgar.
Yeah,
I see
I
Alice is kind of staying to fight a bit.
Oh,
I don't think Anne can. She's already pretty hurt, so she doesn't want to leave them, but she just has to. She can't take another attack, so she's gonna run.
Yeah. You can feel that poison kind of imbuing upon you. Get the fuck out of Dodge. So you're gonna dash. Okay. Will, Edgar? Edgar,
Can
you do.
I?
I'm gonna add a little bit of flavor for you, Edgar. Edgar, you feel an overwhelming sense of like tire that comes over you. You feel like all of your muscles now suddenly ache.
Yeah, obviously. Am I allowed to grab Alice or not and run with her?
Alice? It wouldn't help her.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah,
he's
Alice
going.
is on her feet, you know.
He's going to flee as well,
Yep, dash.
but very slowly, probably because he's tired.
It's only a single point of exhaustion, so I don't think your speed is halved, so you're good.
No, it's just ability checks.
Yeah, it's disadvantage.
Okay.
Okay. Will flying up above. You probably were really surprised by the other fire. It's just like fire galore. We're starting a forest fire, no doubt, right now. You've been able to cut off the acromantula above you. You can see your friends starting to flee into the ground. Alice, we should probably determine if you're successful.
Okay.
I think it's a save on their end. Pretty sure. What kind of save is Relatio?
Relatio.
Wisdom?
Wisdom, yes.
Yeah, that's a 19. This thing does not want to let her go.
All right.
Relatio! And it like puts up its chitin and it kind of gets deflected on the one side.
No, it's her.
Huh?
I'm targeting her.
Oh no, you have to target it for the Relatio.
Oh, okay.
The creature holding the object, or in this
right.
case a person, must make the saving throw.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're unable to get it detached from her. You can see that your window's closing. You have a bonus action and movement.
Okay.
And you got Will above you. I mean, you don't know it's him, but there's a fucking thing. Will might come to your aid. I don't know. Will, seeing that Alice has failed to get Anastasia out, do you do anything?
I'm a medium-sized creature. Can I grab her in my claws and try to drag her out?
So the whole issue is that there is an acromantula on top of her. You have to get rid of that. There's been 2 attempts. One from Anne trying to get it to leave. It said no. It's one of the bigger ones too. Alice tried right now with a Relatio. Didn't work either. Getting dire.
I'm gonna try to charge it.
Just come down like a fucking bullet.
Looking as vicious as possible.
All right. Okay, so we're talking like almost like a grapple, like a tackle. Yeah?
Yeah.
I know that in your usual form, you're not very strong. I think the dragon might change that a bit. You would have a +2 modifier as a dragon. If you wish.
Question.
Yes?
Is this
Yes.
a beast?
Oh, sorry.
Acromantula are considered beasts.
I'm going to quicken spell a Veriferto.
Okay, so here's the issue. You would have to upcast.
Because I already did a leveled spell. Never mind then.
Yeah. But Will, if you wish, this plan would require you to make a contested
Only I was
athletics check.
Still a transfig.
I'd have a +2. Has it been long enough that I could try to? No, I don't think I could do enough damage with my breath if it's being halved. Yeah, I'm just not sure what the best option is here.
I'll give you advantage because you're up in the air, and kind of dropping would give you extra, momentum to hit it. So if there's that.
I'll do that.
Okay.
It's my best idea. I'm with a +2. It's That's not terrible.
Oh, let's see here.
$21.
Oh, fuck yeah! Fuck yeah, Will! I got a 15 out of everything. So
Crash.
Crash, we can hear. Will, do we want to reveal it? Do you want to? It's your call.
Reveal what?
Narratively. What you are.
Oh,
You can say not yet. It's an
no,
option.
not yet. I think it's more terrifying if everyone's not aware.
So, there is a kind of whistling sound, Alice, as you are desperately like, do I just go? Do I leave her? Do I fight and die? And then there's this roar overhead. This whistling sound gets louder as you can see a white blur shoot out from in front of you, hits into the side of the acromantula, and the two of them go fumbling together onto the ground. She's free. Alice?
Then I am bonus actioning the Carpe to yank her over to me, and we're going.
And you are carrying a medium-sized creature because she's not yet out of it.
I
So
have
in
15
this
strength, I
first
can
little
do
bit,
this.
for this first little bit, you're going to be half movement. So everybody runs. Canopy is cut off because of Will, so that's very useful in the chase scene here. My music stopped. I'm going to restart it. Okay. Very useful in the chase scene here. Which gives everybody a good lead, so that means Alice is the only one getting attacked, basically. And Will, you're of course able to get up, but you'd have to leave the area of attack of this person, of this acromantula. Do you take the AoE? AoE. The opportunity attack? I'm asking Will.
Do I take it up against what?
So you tackle it to the ground successfully. Yep. Great job. You're probably going to want to get the fuck out of here, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so that would mean that you're leaving its attack of opportunity range.
Oh.
So are you going to take the attack?
Oh, yeah. I'll accept an attack of opportunity from him.
Oh. Hey! That's a 5 on the die. So definitely not. Good on you, man. You're able to flap this thing like angrily yells and tries to bite down onto you, but you are out into the air. That means that we get a few attacks on Alice.
The only question I had was movement speed. Is that half anytime you're carrying, or is it only if it's resisting?
Anytime you're carrying another medium-sized creature and you're a medium-sized creature, it's halved.
I just want to make sure.
Yep. 16 to hit.
Protego.
Nice. And this Protego would be useful against all of the acromantula attacks I'm about to do against you, because they're all from the same direction. 18. No. No. And last one. No. Alice?
Never punished.
Paint us a picture. You've got the whole fucking horde coming out after you. You are at the back of the group, all your friends in front of you running, and you are there carrying somebody, trying to like get your wand so hopefully you can cut her out and she can run herself, but like, you're trying to get her away from it all, and there is acromantula leaping out toward you. You're able to put up a Protego and protect yourself. Give us more of the flavor. Tell us what happens. Show us how much of a badass Alice is.
Yeah, I think Alice, like, after she yanks Anna to her, she like braces her against her chest, and she's just like backwards walking as much as she can, so she's dragging her like heels
so you're like
into the
running
ground.
backward,
and then like as they come up, she does like a wide berth of the shields, so they all jump in at like basically the same time, and it goes do.
And you put up your Protego, and like they all hit, and then you like flick your wand around and slam into the Protego, like punching the
Mhm.
Protego from the back, it like explodes outward, shattering and sending them back 5 feet.
And then she like turns to like throw Anastasia just a little bit further before she readies her wands to cut her free.
All right, and that would be like kind of your next check. The acromantulas are all moving out toward you. I kind of just took their turn. And that large one, the ginormous one, is constantly surrounded by them all. It kind of flicks its well, it wouldn't be its head, so it's kind of like its thorax like moves side to side as if it's like trying to brace from the impact from the flame earlier, and will move slowly toward you, but each step is like 10 feet. So it's it's like a giant coming out at you. Okay, we exit for the most part combat. You're able to like cut her out, and she flops down to the ground, kicks up to her feet, and like holding onto you, is running too. She sends off a few rainy exumize like she was before, which beats back the horde. And she like looks at you. Where do we go? And you realize, this is their home turf. I want you to make a survival check.
Okay. Unnatural 20.
You remember something. Secluded place, somewhere defensible, somewhere you could hide. You found it last night.
Got a place. Just come on.
All right. Everybody takes off together. Eventually, Alice, you're able to meet up with the rest of the group as they're running through the forest. You guys run straight over toward your own camp, gaining a little bit of distance from them from behind. Like the Slytherin girls are like sending out fire, just making that forest fire even bigger than it was before, and Anne, I want you, because we only have a few seconds here, to make me a perception check.
Okay.
Will's flying overhead. Edgar is exhausted. Alice is trying to lead the group in a certain direction. And Anne,
Got an 11.
you desperately look for the mansion. You only have a few seconds here until they're going to be right on you. Alice is already running to the right-hand side toward another clearing. You can't find it. You don't remember in this like moment, all the adrenaline pushing through you, can't remember where you left it. Arnesia puts her arms around you, and come on! She's going to grab you and pull.
Can I, this was based upon the perception check that Anne rolled?
Correct.
I'm going to use my subscriber and re-roll that.
And you may roll again.
Okay. 21.
Fuck yeah. So she's like, come on! And as she's pulling you away, you get a glimpse of like the corner of a briefcase.
Anne pushes her off of her and dives to the briefcase and scoops it up.
Yeah,
And
you're
runs.
able to grab onto it and keep running.
Yeah.
Like Arnesia puts out her hand and kind of grips around yours, just being like, I don't want you to go any farther from me. Safety in numbers. We don't want to same issue as before when like we all got separated. And Alice, with your 20 survival check, you know where it was, you know what direction, even in the night. And we kind of fast forward a little bit. You can hear the acromantula from behind you. You've been able to get a bit of a length on them pushing out into the clearing. This is when you can see Taylor like just running. She is now visible out of stealth. and you can see the little mound of like bushes where the ruin was that old cellar used to be.
All right, everybody, in now. I'll point to the mound.
Alice leaps over the half wall, the old ruined half wall, and finds that trap door and gives a good yank, gesturing for everyone to get down.
You can't be serious. We will be trapped in there.
I throw you
And
down there.
runs in. And runs in the cellar.
Will,
He's gonna
now would be a
follow.
great time to like because you're behind the party a bit. You're able to land in the clearing because they're all looking, that direction. You could change back into yourself if you want.
Yep, I'm gonna do that as soon as we're pretty clear. We'll
I assume so, but I just wanted to give you the opportunity.
we'll do it.
So first Alice, Anne gets down, Edgar gets down, the Slytherin girls are coming in. You look out over everything, Taylor's coming down, and then you can see running as fast as he can. Will, make me an athletics check.
I shouldn't have complained. I should have kept my mouth shut.
If he does a cartwheel, could he do it?
If it looks pathetic enough, then I totally couldn't have been the dragon. So,
Yeah.
said athletics.
Yeah.
Oh God. An 11.
Okay, that's not terrible. He's running, and else you're like, come on, because you can see the trees starting to like move out from where you ran from. You did kind of take a right-hand turn, so you're hoping that they kind of go past you. But if any of them walk into this clearing, they will see Will running, and then they'll burst right through the wood floor. So you put your hand out, like, come on. You start to see one crawling on the side of a tree, and you're able to grab Will by the arm and pull him down, and the two of you guys go straight down. I want Alice to make me not acrobatics, a dexterity saving throw for a certain reason.
Nat 1.
That is fine. It happens. What ends up happening is, Alice, you pull him down like desperately. You do not want to be seen. That's death. You pull him down into the cellar with you too harshly. That old ladder, old rotted wood, you completely break through it. It all gets into spiked wreckage, and both of you, I'm not gonna actually, I think, inflict any damage, but get splinters that stick in the side of you as you guys hit the bottom of the dirt floor with a heavy oomph.
God.
Close the door! You can hear Gemma yelling out.
I can't.
You're on the
reach
ground.
things,
It's
but-
not you. And Edgar?
Can we reach
What?
the door?
We can reach it?
No, it's like 6 feet up, so it's like.
Yeah, that's not a problem I can solve. So Anne's gonna go into the farthest corner, away from the light, and just sort of sit there, holding them.
I cannot close it. I don't have anything to close it with.
Ernesia kicks up to her feet and she runs at the wall. And she kicks the side of the wall, trying to leap up to grab. Acrobatics check. Actually, this can actually be. That's a fail.
Okay.
She tries to grab onto the side of the door and biffs it onto the ground. Fuck!
Would
hear-
IQ work?
You can hear
From
like an
behind?
encroaching stamping sound. Thump, 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 coming toward you. You can feel the vibrations coming as well. Huh, Edgar? What was that?
Would the IQ work on the handle of the door
No.
or something?
No.
I don't have anything. I can't read. Okay.
You don't have Carpe?
No.
Oh, Anne does. Anne will subtle spell Carpe Retractum because she wants everyone to be quiet, and will close the door. If that works.
Shut up! You throw out a Carpe Retractum. It latches onto the side of the door and slams it closed. Everyone laying there, trying to be as quiet as possible. Everybody panting. Everyone make me a stealth check at advantage because you have total cover.
That's 20 for 26.
That's 2 successes,
19.
3 successes, 4 successes.
17.
Mike, do you
which-
need us to roll for you?
Which check?
Stealth. Advantage, too.
Can I go invisible? Actually, that'll just give me more hyper
It
advantage.
wouldn't really help you that
Nat
much.
20.
Like, no, not 20. There you go. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't even have to roll for the girls. Well, no, I could get nat ones. So let's see. No, yeah, we're gonna. So that's a fail. That's a success. Fail. 6. Fail. Fail. Still overall, because of the nat 20s, more successes than fails. So everybody tries to remain calm, tries to remain quiet, and that stamping reaches you. Overhead, acromantula run out across the clearing right now. You can hear the thump of the largest acromantula moving out over the group. She actually walks over top of the cellar itself. You can see like any like moonlight streaming in through the cracks of the wood. Like a shadow moves over them. More go over. Find them! Find them! You can hear a growling voice come out of her. And after a minute or two, the army has passed. And
Anne is
we're gonna change. I need to change the music in order to change the vibe. Let me just find something for everybody. Something dark, like some creepy ambience, you know. Ambience, D&D. Ba 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 ba. I don't know. Let's try this one. This one looks kind of cool. I'll send it to you guys. Hopefully, it's nice. Yeah, that's just fine for me. Quiet pervades. In this moment, you can feel your heart thumping through your chest, and it starts to slowly move down. The whole group stays quiet for longer than you have to, just out of that fear. Some people kind of crowd together on the floor, people laying down into the dirt. And finally, the silence is broken by Gemma, who starts to quietly weep.
Damn it. And in his mind, she's still alive.
That's funny.
Anne will open the magnificent mansion and sort of gesture for everyone to get into it. So there's no chance that any passing thing could hear us. Yeah, she'll open it and step into the mansion.
I'll just say that Edgar like grabs Gemma's soldier and helps her get up into the mansion.
Thanks, she says, kind of stumbling through the word. And
It's okay.
Taylor quietly looks around. Anastasia looks toward you, Edgar. A look of like, I'm sorry. You know? She looks out at Alice, a bit of tears in her eyes. There is Saoirse, stands up at her feet. Tears have already strung down her face, and she is stopping right now. Thank you. She'll walk through. And for those that you were ready to fuck the shit up, that's a bad way to put it, fuck their shit up, are now once again allies in whatever the hell is going on. You walk into the mansion. Some people immediately move off toward the dining room. They place Gemma nearby, and Anastasia kneels down, starts to try to pick out, like, tries to treat wounds as best she can, conjuring what she can to do that, gauze and whatnot. Ernesia, like, stands in the hall on the doorway, leaning there and watching it happen. She turns and can sees you guys going to wherever you are. She turns and sees Anne, and there's kind of like a, I don't know, a downturned smile, like, I'm glad you're okay. Throwing time over to you guys.
Anne would like to sort of gather her group in the kitchen after they've talked to whoever they need to talk to.
Okay, so we'll put a pin in that.
Mhm.
Anyone not going to the... Oh, you're gathering your group. Okay.
Mhm.
Anyone want to do something before going to the kitchen?
Yes. Edgar wants to talk with Gemma, if
Mm.
possible.
Yeah,
Unless it's
you're
around
there.
a...
You're there, like, with Anastasia, right?
Yeah.
As she's treating the wound, and she's like, "Could you give me the cotton swab there?"
Okay, I will pass here that. But
I'm all
wait.
out of Stargrass salve. I'm sorry. It's the best I can offer. It's okay, Anna. It really, anything helps. Gemma says. She seems really freaked out, doesn't know what to think, like many of you, and then turns and looks at you, Edgar, as Anna stands up and says, "I'm gonna go see if I can find if they had any left, or if there's like a potion room in here." She nods.
Yeah, good idea. Do that.
Gemma like rubs her leg for the time being. You are somewhat surrounded by her friends. Like Taylor is has moved out of the room and is now in the garden behind the dining room, and like is just trying to... Oh wait, no, she wouldn't be there. Taylor like was in this room pacing for a second, and then very very poignantly walks toward the door. Ernesia's like, "Where are you going?" "Clear my head." And Taylor moves past her out into the rest of the area. Saoirse, if anything, actually would be right there beside you, like holding Gemma's hand. So if you want to get her to leave, you'll have to talk to her. But yeah,
No, it's fine. What Edgar is going to do is he's going to look Gemma straight in the eyes and be like, "You should thank Alice as soon as possible."
and, I thank all of you. How did you know where we were? How did you find us?
We were just looking for you to get revenge. And I'm telling you now, if it wasn't for Alice, I would have left you to die. What were you thinking, betraying us like that? You almost threw Anne and Will off a cliff to win a stupid tournament.
I didn't throw them off the cliff. It was just We just wanted them in the worst position possible. I didn't know that they'd be coming out of the... Anyway, it was a competition. We all knew that was going to happen. You were in a weak position, and it seems stupid now. I don't care about this competition anymore, Edgar. And I don't think you should either. It was nothing personal.
I don't care about the competition itself. You tried to kill them indirectly for a stupid competition. That's what I'm saying. That's my problem. Anna
No,
stupefied
no.
me in the middle of the woods.
Whoa.
There's a difference between fighting for the last mission and doing this.
Saoirse will speak
So
up. She's there. She's gonna be like, "We didn't know that Acromantula was gonna be out here. I mean, we thought we'd set you down, get you wrapped up and safe, and just move on."
doesn't matter. You should thank Alice. She's the reason you're alive. And he's going to go to the kitchen.
It's a major blow to Gemma, I think, because you're part of the snake pit. Even though you've had your disagreements with her, oof, hurts. Okay, so you're going to the kitchen. Alice or Will, are you guys going anywhere other than the kitchen?
Alice needs to take a walk. She's finding a
Okay.
place to just not be around people for a little bit.
The second floor
She's-
hallway, you can pace back and
Yeah,
forth.
she's
easily.
just seething.
Okay. So actually there is you know what? I'm gonna say if you're seething, don't pace. Go to the attic. There's a bunch of just like shit there.
She's gonna go break some shit.
Anastasia, looking for a place where there might be potions, can hear the yelling and the smashing from upstairs. Just as Alice is breaking through another large crate. There's a little knock on the side of the door frame. The door is already open. Anastasia stands within it. Well,
What?
not an enemy.
Right.
I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad we all
Glad
are.
you're okay.
Your boyfriend's in this competition.
Yeah, he is. And I don't know where he is.
Hey,
I don't even know if he got back or not.
I can only hope he's safe tonight.
Yeah.
They weren't supposed to be there. They're not supposed to be a part of this competition.
The boards are down at the school, I'm pretty sure.
What?
And tried the curriculum thing, and it didn't go through.
Oh. I guess that'll be good for my group to know.
Yeah,
I saw Saoirse try it, but I thought maybe just it didn't go far enough.
no.
Alice, I don't care about this competition anymore. I don't want to win it. I just want everyone around me to be safe. And I'm certain that my group echoes the same. And so for what it's worth, sorry. And also for what it's
Sorry
worth,
for having a good plan. I'd be sorry for that.
she walks up to you till she's next to you, unafraid from the rage that you're exhibiting. Puts a hand on your kind of shoulder and neck. Thank you. Thank you for saving us. Just gonna lean forward and give you a very solemn little kiss on the side of the cheek. She pulls back. I'll leave you to it. Sure, we'll probably want a big group meeting soon. I think some of your friends were meeting down in the kitchen, so.
As she turns to leave, can I just yank her by the arm back into a kiss?
This would be cheating on Darcy.
I know.
Oh, okay, damn. This is about to get
She's emotionally
spicy.
compromised and is
Absolutely.
frightened.
Hey, I just, sometimes people don't realize, it's like, oh, I
No,
haven't
it
had
is.
that relationship.
It is.
So,
It is.
soldier. Yeah. Grab her and turn her around. And the two of you, in this moment of fear and vulnerability and heightened emotions, you desperately desire closeness, desire to feel safe. And the two of you find one another in an embrace. There is, Anastasia leans right into it. And Alice, it's like a desperate fear that runs through you. You hold on to her, and more than anything, she holds on to you. She pulls back, touches her lips. She's going to run her hands through your hair. It'll be okay. And she's going to give you one last little kiss on the cheek, on the lips, and turn and leave.
I'm gonna kill them all. Spiders. And then she's gonna make her way downstairs to the meeting.
Okay. Inspiration, cat. Okay. Will. What about you?
I think he's just gonna go try to find somewhere to be alone for a bit.
There's a library. Small.
Not over there.
And there's like a fire in there. I guess if Will is alone for a little bit, Will, you think about what has led you to this point. You think about why you even entered this competition in the first place. 4 days, you're on the third. You think about Drusilla. She's in this competition too. You know that she's a capable young witch, certainly able to defend herself, but that, you guys barely made it out of there alive. What did Edgar do? What was that? So many questions running through your mind right now. None of them with answers. Make me a charisma saving throw.
$12.
You can feel it washing over you in waves. You are afraid. Not just for yourself, but for these people that you have grown to kind of like, to be close to. They've always treated you well. You have this feeling that you've got to do something to protect them. You also have feelings of inadequacy. You're no fighter. You're a potioneer. Have been since you were little. Wiggenweld through and through. It's been your dream. Can that alone protect the people that you care about? Can that alone help you to find the others that must be out there, that might be hurt, that could be taken? And the worst fear of all, could be dead. You sit with that for a little while. And you enter into the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
You pacing for a moment. I think right now it's not so much you're gathering people yet. It's just you want to find a place to, like, no one's going to go. You're in here pacing left and right. And then there is blooming blue color to the left toward the doorway. That was quite the display, I must say. It seems that you're taking what I'm teaching you to heart. Paid off, I'd say.
I agree. I don't think we would have survived that without you. So thank you.
Me? Oh, I did nothing. Just a traveler vacation.
Edgar is a very powerful wizard, but I've never seen him shoot blue flames out of his arms before.
Yes, well, Edgar is an interesting young lad. You'd be surprised what he's willing to do for the people he loves. I myself don't quite understand it, but there is power in it. That much I can respect. Both of you, all of you, did what needed to be done. That damn thing. There was something odd about it. It resisted me, and I don't like that. He looks away like he's thinking. Very few things could do something like that. Must be old magic. I've never seen spiders that large. Never before in my lifetime. Are they common?
You hadn't seen acromantula before?
Never even heard of them. Acromantula, you call them?
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't say they're common, but they exist. They're very deadly magical creatures. Intelligent spiders, essentially.
Creatures. If that's what you want to call them. They spoke to you with such derision. Hatred.
Well,
Keeps them alive, burns them from within. I could feel it. This was not some back alley fight. This was deliberate, coordinated. They moved in platoons as militant beings. They knew exactly what they were doing, and they deserved everything you gave them. Quite proud, really.
This isn't the first time we've seen them. If what you're saying is accurate, they might have some kind of. It might not be random that that they keep attacking the school or the students.
Or that you keep running into them. No. There's something else. I told you before. I can feel it. Like a hand somewhere, even out of my own sight. Looks down at you for a moment. And then, Edgar, you appear in the kitchen. Edgar?
Am I interrupting?
I'd rather you interrupt than lurk. Come here, boy.
Okay, he's going to approach.
Do you feel
Yes.
it? Little spark. Little flame. You ignited it. Good on you. It can be difficult for some to start, to find it within themselves. But I'm so excited for the journey you'll find here. I'm not certain how much more I'll be able to give, but I'm glad that you're alive.
Well, I can't see how that would be a difficult choice. Those things, I've never seen anything like that. It was the self-defense, really. I'd rather them die than me.
He just holds
Or
himself tall, his hands behind his back, very neutral, calm expression, slight bit of a grin. He just stares at you as you talk.
what? Did I say something wrong? Those things are not humans. It doesn't matter. Or wizards, or
Coleman, you need not defend yourself against us.
I am not defending myself. I'm just saying that. Whatever. I'm not defending myself.
Any feelings that you have toward them, any doubts that you have, lay them to rest. You are, as you have always been, a clever boy.
Thank you.
Alice walks in.
Oh,
Edgar,
hey, Alice.
how?
How what?
The fire.
It wasn't me. It was Asrath. I was just channeling him.
I may have given Mr. Coleman a bit of a push. Yes. Embolden the flames. I suppose there's no use in hiding it now. Edgar here was concerned for you all. You might recall that he almost didn't come to this competition. He has bound me to my oath, and I have fulfilled it. You all yet live. But to say it was me would be an understatement. Not many could wield my flame. You were given it, certainly. But it did not burn you. It burned your enemies. And that all was Mr. Edgar.
I don't even know what I did. Why does it matter either ways? All I was thinking was that this thing needs to burn and that we need to get the hell out of there. What's the problem?
Why do you think there is a problem?
I don't know.
He looks around like, is there a problem for anyone else here? Alice
seemed
and
like it's not that problem.
and
Alice, Anne thought it was cool.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
those are the things.
and like I think like Azra says, I think I can tell them I'm making things more heightened. I will go. Gives a little nod and begins to fade. You notice Will isn't back yet.
Chris will.
I don't know.
Maybe
He
we should
probably
go.
needs a minute.
And go find him.
Yeah, I'll go find him.
Yeah, I think
Alice-
so.
Alice and we'll say we just move from the kitchen to a
Yeah.
different area. We all move off, and we'll fade to the scene where Will is sitting there by the fire, and by the fireplace, on the rug carpet, and the door creaks open, and you can hear Alice calling your name.
Will.
Will, what do they find of you when they walk into the room?
Yeah, I think he's still just sitting on the carpet, cross-legged, staring into the fire. I don't think he responds
Hmm.
when they enter.
You see him, Alice. He's right here.
I'll go over and like hit the back of his like shoulder with the back of my hand. Will.
No, what?
Well, you were supposed to have a meeting.
Oh, was that now?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, and he'll stand up.
Oh, you're all here,
You're
so may as
good.
well just do it in the library.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can just do it. Yeah.
Couple of things. Obviously, the curriculum isn't working. I think everyone knows about the death root. We know that it is attracted to magic and eats magic. So it might be that something has caused it to grow, or maybe just naturally has grown in a way that is incredibly detrimental to us, obviously. And we are probably not going to get rescued. But the second thing is we need to get out of here immediately. We have the mansion. Will, you have a broom. I don't see why we can't.
How
Try
are
and-
you going? How are you going to carry 7 people with a broom and the suitcase? One gust of wind, and we're all dead.
You all got one gust of wind, and you guys all fall. However far Will is like flying, or whoever's flying.
I think
Well-
we got to take the night here, and then we power through.
Also, Ernesia is the one with the broom, so it's even more.
No,
Yeah.
Anne is
we
saying
think
that-
it's Will because he said he has.
We don't know
Huh?
he's a dragon. We don't know he's a dragon.
Oh, yeah,
Will
we
He
don't know
says
he's
he
a
has a
dragon.
broom. Yeah,
Right from before.
yeah.
Well, okay, so maybe we just. I mean, Alice, you said you saw the castle last night or 2 nights ago. So maybe we
More
can
or
just.
less, yeah.
Then we should. If we can't fly, we should attempt to go back towards the castle as soon as possible.
Not at night, and not when they're all around us.
Hmm.
I'm sure the teachers have already set up a quarantine around the school.
I mean, they might not know how extensive the damage is.
If the wards are down, they'll notice.
I hope they will, because otherwise the school is doomed.
Not doomed necessarily. I mean, I'm sure it can be fixed.
Did you see how many of them there were? That was millions of them, probably.
Not millions, but an army.
I'm over exaggerating, obviously, but okay. That's our best choice, I believe. We need to sneak past them. And while we're at it, we need to find any survivors. I don't even know if our friends are alive.
Yeah, I'm trying not to think about Darcy.
Oh, well,
I
I
don't
can't not
think-
think about Ty.
I think even if people are in trouble or hurt, I don't know how effective trying to rescue them will be. I think we got very lucky. The best thing to do is to alert better wizards than us that there is a problem. I
How?
mean, by getting back to the castle as fast as we can.
This is multiple days away.
Yeah, right.
We are going to do that, but if we find someone in need, we rescue them. We're not just gonna leave them.
Like,
Ooh, what if we send up like a giant ass curriculum?
that doesn't change the
That-
magic.
It does not.
It also reveals where your location is.
You know,
Oh, that's fair.
I don't think they can take moving right now. And we're gonna need to stick with them so that if something does come after us, we're not dead immediately.
Let's just hope that they're alive and we find them. On our way back to Hogwarts, we are not diverting
Yeah, I'm
from
not saying
that
that we
path.
don't go back. I'm just saying we chill it for tonight and then we go in the light.
Of
They
course.
can't hide as well then.
I just don't think there's a necessity to be.
It
to
could
take
be
risks.
you. It could be you out there.
I would not want you to risk your life in a dumb way to save me.
Dumb way. What are
Yes.
you talking about? What if you were
If they're
alone
on the
out
way,
in the
we'll get
woods?
them. If they're not on the way, then we go past.
Fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Don't just wander out there. We have to pick a direction.
Well, you saw the direction of the school, right?
Yeah, I know which way to go to the school.
Then I guess you lead the way.
I'm not good at terrain, but I know the direction.
There's a knock at the door. Are you guys in there? You can hear Gemma.
Yeah, we're in here.
Yeah.
She pushes open the door. Hey. I know things are kind of rough right now. Alice, can I talk to you in private? Or, maybe you might not want to.
No, it's fine. I'm gonna go talk to Gemma.
No, it's fine. We were calling it a night either ways. Let's go, guys. Let's just leave them alone. And Edgar is going to go to his and Anne's room with Anne if she is doing the same.
Yeah, and we'll follow.
Will can go up there too.
Then I'll just
Um,
stay here.
Mhm. Gemma and you suddenly are alone as the door doesn't shut all the way, it just kind of like closes a little bit. I was told that it was you who made the decision when you heard us. Edgar told me.
Yeah.
I don't know what would have happened if it wasn't for that. I didn't know that all of this was going to happen. Thank you. you for doing what you did. If I didn't see my parents again, or my brother, you could have. She can't finish her sentences. It's just too much is there. I'm in your debt. I'm not certain if I would have been able to find strength to do the same, but I'm so glad you did. Thank you.
It's fine, Gemma. I wasn't gonna let you die. I don't have that much ill will. You should really thank Renesia. She has really loud lungs.
I was telling her that she's super fucking loud.
Yeah, well, it saved your life, so don't complain so much anymore.
You're. If I ever done anything to. If I've ever done anything to hurt you, I want you to know that
Gemma, I
No,
don't think
no,
you should
please.
apologize to me.
It's. I'm not trying to just apologize. I think that I've been. A lot of things go through your mind when you're about to die. The first time, in third year, when all was over, I thought it was a fluke. It was something that was gone and over and done with. And now I've been a really shitty friend to a lot of people, and I've been downright mean to you sometimes. You deserved more respect. And it pains me that I couldn't see it. It pains me that only now do I. So I want you to know that you won't have any more issues from me. Not ever. And I'm sorry. Sorry for that.
Yeah, just try not to be such a bitch next time.
I deserve that. I will.
It's fine. I'm not. Being a better person means you have to want to be a better person. So you're there. Just keep going.
I'm not sure I'm strong enough, like all of you.
If you ever find yourself falling off the wagon, I'll be there to set you back on the path forcefully if I have to.
Nothing to motivate you like a solid punch.
It wouldn't be a punch.
She looks a little scared. Good talk. I'll leave you
Make sure you
to.
apologize to Anne. Anne's kind of had a grudge with you for a while.
She looks a little annoyed.
She's in your house. It's the first step you can do.
I've tried to reach out before. I get that Anne and I have had our differences, but I'm not about to pretend that everything is my fault.
You don't have
think-
to. Just try to meet her where she is.
We'll see if she's willing to listen. Whatever I've contributed to.
Let her get her anger out at you, and don't try to fight back at it. She needs.
She seems a little like, I don't know about that.
You won't get past it if you don't let her have it. Anger doesn't go away. It needs a vehicle. So let yourself be the punching bag for a little while, and then you can have a nice friendship.
A really brave person. I'm not even certain if she would accept something like that.
I don't think it matters if she would accept it or not. That's not how being a good person works.
I agree. I don't know about being a punching bag, but we'll see if I can find the courage. She gives you a little smile.
Can you check on Anna when you go up?
She likes you, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Oh. Yeah. Sure. She'll head
Thanks.
off. Okay. That is where we're going to take our 10-minute break. See you guys in 10 minutes. Hello. We are back.
Hello.
Okay. Some time passes. It's late at night. Sleep. Sleep doesn't come. Not at all. There's a fear, an idea that through some means, with some kind of way, that something's going to burst down the door, push through the undergrowth, and enter in. Impossible. Maybe not impossible. Certainly unlikely. You live in that fear. Anastasia refuses to lay with you, Alice, to be with you at the night. I think you have some things to figure out, she says. She has her own friends part of this tournament, some of them. Taylor finds herself at the bottom of the hot springs. She sits there, unmoving, allowing the warmth to feel like a blanket to her. Gemma thinks about her life, what she's done with it so far, where she's going, and what she wants. Those thoughts do not cease. Arnesia shakes in the bed. Flashes of what has happened and what happened in third year and below replay. She tries to sit in her denial, to tell herself it's not happening. Like she'll sleep, she'll wake up, and it'll be a new day. Sleep does not come. Saoirse, terrified for her family, sees the anguish that Gemma is going through and feels powerless to do anything about it. Instead, she tries to remember the route you all took to get here, through the forest, what direction it was, what she would do. She came up against another one again, thinking and rethinking all the possibilities that could happen. There are far too many to actually prepare yourself for. Edgar. There is a burning. Muscles burn. Your mind burns. And your heart. You are the only one who finds sleep. It comes to you like being hit over the head in an alleyway. Like being forcefully drugged into unconsciousness. And in that darkness, you find something. A light burns. You walk toward it. A little campfire, like many of the ones that you guys have enjoyed on your time here together, roasting different things. Marshmallows Saoirse brought. There's no marshmallows, though. No trees, no dirt. Just it. And a silhouette casts a long shadow toward you. Who? The head turns in your general direction. You see someone calmly looking back at you. Yourself. Huh? They fully turn to face you. They say nothing. Do you say anything? You're muted.
He's confused as hell of this dream, so he's probably like
Mhm.
dumbfounded. So he's like, "What the fuck?" So he's not saying anything.
You can see the silhouetted man in front of you. The hair dripping down on one side. A wand is raised, pulled left and right, and the flame from behind bolsters. Green, larger and larger, stoking the flames with magic until it begins to consume the darkness around it. It consumes everything. And that's when you suddenly awake. You look around the room. Huh? Anne isn't in the bed next to you. Sorry, I knew you guys were sharing a bedroom. I just assume you guys just like friendly shared a bed.
Yeah.
She's not there. Look around the room, and Anne, does Edgar find you in the room?
Oh yeah, I don't think she's gone very far.
She's over by the fire, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Are you doing anything?
I think she's just trying to. All
Like a
she's
book?
been doing is strategizing a way out of this. So that's probably she's just giving more thought to their plan
Y-
and
You've
trying
got like a
to
notebook with like
Mhm.
a quill that you're currently writing in, scratching out
contingency.
something. Yeah.
Exactly.
So you see that, Edgar, her quietly strategizing.
Poetry. He's going to say, like, to lighten the mood.
Mm.
In a sense, as far as our escape and surviving is poetry. Sorry, was I
Keep
too loud?
going.
I'm turning it
No.
down. You're good. Keep going. I fixed it.
Okay. No, not too loud at all. I just had a weird dream. He's going to get out of bed and join her by the fireplace.
Well, that's not surprising,
Yeah.
given our day.
Did you get any sleep?
Not really. I'm a little
Look,
keyed up.
about earlier. Why are you insisting on just abandoning everyone? I don't get it.
We're not abandoning people by saving ourselves. We can't fight an army of Acromantula, Edgar. And if we try, we're going to get ourselves killed and everyone we're with killed.
No one is going to fight an army, but why are you refusing to help people? What if it was me out there? What would you have done? Would you even look for me?
Do you want my honest answer?
Yes,
No, probably not.
probably not.
Edgar,
Do you not think that's
the best way to get you help is to go back to the castle and get an adult. That's the best way
right?
we can help everyone. That's the
The best
smart.
way. Leaving people out in the woods for something that will take at least days to get to the school with the situation that we are not aware of, the school might be under attack. by the time you get there. What are you going to do then?
And describes it like a logical thing, just a matter of fact, a cold, calculated choice. But it's more than that. That is the guise she uses for her thoughts.
Tell me, what happens then? What if they are not able to help? Would you be able to live with the weight of abandoning everyone, knowing that you could have helped?
I don't know that I can help, Edgar. I'm not a duelist. I'm not Alice. Not you.
You don't have to be a duelist to help people. You have a magical suitcase and you can band up together. I'm not asking you. None of us is actually. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not going to fight an army, but you can't just leave people for others to deal with it. There will be situations where you will have to make a decision on the spot.
Edgar, you think about Azreth's lessons he's giving you about power, and you realize you're echoing them. If you have the power, you must wield it. There's no use in having it if you're not going to use it or push it off to someone else to have. You act first. That's where the power lies.
Oh my gosh, I'm sounding like him.
Edgar, we're good enough friends that I can be honest with you. I'm always going to make the smart decision. And the smart decision is to be
Is to
realistic.
abandon your friends. Oh, of course.
I'm
Understandable.
not abandoning my friends. You're my friends. All of my friends are in this suitcase, except for two.
Edgar.
We're going back,
Finish what you're saying.
We're going back to safety. That's the smart decision. And that's the decision I will always make. Even
And
if it's not
Edgar.
noble.
Thinking that it was the end. Sorry. Edgar, I think you bear a very strikingly different opinion than Anne does right now, right?
Very much so.
How? Now, this is not me actually saying that, one is right over the other or anything, but Edgar, how does it feel knowing that Anne will always make the smart decision and never the one that is led by the heart, led by passion and feeling? How does that feel? I don't think that you would make the same call. You might not choose the smart decision every time if something else is stronger. How does that affect you in this moment, standing in front of her, essentially telling you that, yes, I would do the smart thing and I would leave you maybe to die?
Okay, here's the interesting thing. Well, first of all, he's hurt because he's like,
Oh, yeah.
why would you abandon me? Obviously, like, that's obvious. He's a
Mhm.
little angry as well. Obviously, maybe he's thinking, did I befriend the right people? You know what I mean? But
how does it manifest in this moment?
But in his head, Anne is doing the stupid thing because she's planning something that she has no knowledge of.
Yeah.
As in, she doesn't know the situation of the school. That's him. Doesn't mean
Yeah.
he's right or wrong. That's what
Mhm.
he's thinking. But how it's manifesting, essentially, he's just going to like clench his fist. He's not going to say anything. He's going to bite his tongue. He's going to drop the subject because there's no point in continuing this.
You take a deep breath, turn away.
Take a deep breath, and he's actually going to ignore it and leave the room. But before he does, he will say, I just need some water. And he's just going to leave, collect his thoughts at the kitchen.
And
Before
make me an
coming back.
insight check, please.
18.
Think you understand how Edgar's feeling right now. If only he could understand. If only he could understand that you would be doing it for him. That you would be getting somebody who could help him. I mean, you saw the Acromantula. They were webbing people up. They weren't directly killing them. Maybe you could get Professor Dildero. That magic that he had from before. That was amazing. Unless, of course, he's to blame for everything going on. Either way, you would want the greatest assurity that they would be okay. If only Edgar could understand. It would be for the greater good. You think about the conversations you've had with Nolan. He would agree with you. He would stand with you right now. But right now, with Edgar gone, you feel more alone than ever. Try not to think about it. Try to focus back on your plan. You see the little nervous doodles in the margins. Everything, so many scratched out ideas. And you look at the page, you can see just how frazzled you really are. The notes are not like History of Magic class. They're not segmented with titles and whatnot. They're written, sometimes pulled off into the margins. The handwriting is messy. Desperation comes you. And how does it manifest, Anne?
I don't think she and Edgar have ever really had a disagreement.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, there was the Azrath disagreement, but you ended up winning that one.
Maybe a disagreement that Anne actually felt not great about the outcome of. And so I think she's just going to pretend that she's not upset, which is her MO, and will pull out some new paper to like recopy her notes.
Make me a
Meager.
charisma save to see if you're successful at doing so. You're very young.
Nope.
What'd you get?
A 4.
Okay.
Oh, a natural
You pull
1.
out
Yeah.
natural 1. Oh, Allie, this natural 1 is a gift from the dice to you. You know what Anne would do. You know her MO. She's overwhelmed. She tries to pull out new paper. What instead happens as all of those feelings are building up upon themselves, stacking up like a tower, reaching up through your chest and through your throat, choking you.
Yeah, I think she's gonna very unhappily start crying, but very quiet, like try and just hide
I like
herself like under the
little
bed.
little detail. Like you're like pulling out the new paper and like you like fumble with it and like a bunch of it like goes flying out over the place and you just like that is the last nail in the coffin. You put your hands in your face and start crying. You feel uncomfortable, upset. And what was the other thing you were saying?
Oh, she'd try to hide herself. So if Edgar comes back, like maybe under the covers or on the side of the bed, like just out of sight, so she can be sad
You
without people seeing,
yeah.
which is her main
You like
concern.
get up and like kind of kick the stool you were on, take a pace around the room, trying like, come on, just calm down, trying to be the same person that you have been trying to be from the beginning, and you fail in this moment. You fail miserably. You hit the wall, droop down toward the edge of it, toward the back corner, toward your nightstand, and just sort of place your head against the nightstand, all curled up, hoping that you'll never be found, never be seen. Weak. That's Anne. In the night, Will, I'm guessing you got your potioneer stuff out. Huh? Am I right?
Oh, you bet.
Mhm. Why don't you go ahead and make me a charisma saving throw?
More charisma saves. How depressed am I? We'll see. Apparently fairly depressed. I'm going to use lucky on that.
Sure.
Yeah, 9. Still terrible.
9's not bad. 9's not bad. There's a lot of things you're feeling right now. You are trying to work on your potion, trying to do something. You can tell me what in a second. And like you go to place in one of the potions ingredients. I believe while you were gone, we actually gained a bundle of potions ingredients for you. If I'm not mistaken, someone got some. It was Alice, I believe, from the
Yes.
thing. Oh, that's a perfect moment to have. Will, see you're like starting with it and you notice that like you're holding your calipers and they're shaking ever so slightly. You put your other hand on your wrist and try to steady yourself. You lean forward, put your elbows on the table, like you have been taught by Slughorn and others about how to make sure that you're more precise. It's actually it's a technique that often woodworkers use to remain steady. And
This is ridiculous.
you grab a piece of you have like an elastic band, and this is a thing you can actually do. You wrap it around your pinky and your thumb so that your hand kind of becomes like a claw, like this, and you're able to kind of use these fingers together, and it does completely steady your hand. You keep trying, and you go back. You look at the ingredient list. You're under. You look at your bag and sort through it. You only have very, very common ingredients left. And Alice, who was alone, there's a knock at the door. Peeking through, Alice is here, who also could not sleep. You find Will by the fire with a cauldron and a flame underneath of it, all of his stuff laid out before him.
What are you making?
Oh, I guess some more girding potion. Can't hurt to have more vitality in times like this.
Right. Do you have everything you need?
Yeah, I have got this. This little go away bag. It's not the best freshest stuff, but it'll get the job done.
I got some fresh stuff here. She'll dig through her pack.
You find the bundle. She pulls
There
out,
you go.
presents to you, Will, some dried herbs, things that would have taken weeks to properly dry all the way and like preserve. You find there's harrow. Oh, sorry, not harrow. It's yarrow. There's stalks of asphodel, and oh, that's sneezewort. There's lots of great stuff here. No idea why she has it.
Is that a bundle of fresh herbs in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
They're preserved, but yeah, pretty much.
Well, of course they're preserved. I can see that. But why do you have them?
I was exploring, and I found them.
Oh, found them.
In-
Yeah.
Found them in.
Well, they're just outside, actually.
Well, wherever you happen to have procured them from, they're pretty helpful now.
No, I mean, like, they were in the room we were just in before we jumped in here.
Oh,
Cellar.
yeah. Oh, if you're stealing it from
Also,
those idiots,
there's a plant, but that one's mine.
no, any gift of Stella's is a gift. A gift of mine.
No,
Wait,
no.
All right.
I found it in the cellar.
Really old.
Right. Anyway, thank you. I appreciate it.
Right.
Yeah.
How are you holding up with the spider thing?
Oh, I'm just fine. You can't keep
had
a
like
Wigan
that.
well down.
You had that like
Tap, 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 tap,
1,000-yard stare at the fire earlier, so I'm like checking in or whatever.
Oh, that's just me trying to be spooky. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Alice, there's one thing. During the fight, you didn't see him.
Where
You're not.
were you in the fight?
I was supporting.
I didn't see you supporting.
Well, I didn't see Taylor either, but that doesn't mean she wasn't there.
Good point. Will, you may make a deception check at advantage because you're technically not lying.
That's the best kind of lies.
That's kind of correct.
Mhm.
Deception. Nat 20.
Yep.
I guess that is a good point. Yep. And you've seen Will be pretty stealthy before.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Alice slumps down into a chair on your right-hand side, staring off at the potion you're working on. Girding, so he says. The potion turns to a deep green, and using the new ingredients, you take one piece of yarrow, cut it up. You see him grind it into a mortar and pestle until it becomes a fine powder. He weighs out a very specific amount for certain grams, and then sprinkles it over the top. There's a bit of a sloosh of flame for a second, and he starts to stir it up. All of those pieces dissolve into the substrate, into the solvent, and done. Well, potion's complete. You thought you were gonna have to throw it out.
Oh, okay. That's down. That's good to go. Nice, good color. All right. I still got it.
Will
Now that I lost it.
make a sleight of hand check. There's a possibility here.
A 9.
Well, you go to grab your vials, and you turn back over, go to use them, but the cauldron itself is on the heat. You got to take off the heat first. So you go to take that off, and your hand slips. The whole cauldron starts to teeter off onto the ground. Alice, make me a dex save.
Dex save. Okay. 18.
With an 18, Alice, with her wand out, catches it with a wordless, Wingardium Leviosa, and it hovers there for a second, rights itself back up. And she holds it
There
with
you
her
go.
wand.
No. Oh, thank you.
You're fine.
Oh, thank you.
I'm watching.
Quick one.
Yeah. Sort of
Oh.
what I'm good at.
I wish I could do magic
Well-
like that.
Will, you've always felt, I don't know, supported when it came to Alice. Certainly in these moments, she has been sort of this strength of the group. You're not sure what exactly you would have done. I'm not sure that you really thought about it very deeply. But the moment that Alice was running off into the brush, you acted. You found whatever it was within yourself, and it wasn't that complicated. You just did. Alice has been there for you, been there for others. And I think that you realize in this moment just how valuable she really is, or has been. You're able to take the cauldron, place it on the side, vial up.
I'm gonna
Make a
before I
potion
grab
making
vials
check.
or anything. Before I grab vials or
Yep.
anything, I'm
Okay.
gonna go and give her a hug if she'll let me.
A hug?
Yep, I'm gonna reach in with like the arms and like this kind of like desperate expression on my face and try to go for a hug.
I think she just kind of like freezes for a second, like, what are you doing?
And he wraps around you, Alice. You accept that out of character?
Yeah, I do.
So yeah, Will kind of leaps forward and wraps his arms around you, and you're kind of stuck there like a deer in the headlights. And Will,
Okay.
is it like, do you like hold on, or do you like quickly let go, or like is it like a subtle let go? Like what's going through Will's mind?
Oh,
How does that play out?
it's a little hesitant at first, and then no, he's definitely like grabbing on like an like an anchor. Not too tight, but like
And
Just kinda,
Alice,
like, awkward one hand pat the back.
I think that as it goes on, and you can feel that little subtle shake that he was having before, there is a softness that comes. The one hand, a little pat, a little rub.
Mhm.
Like, it's okay. It'll be okay. And you find in this moment empathy. Will, always joking around, even when you came in. But he's just as scared as the rest of you.
Sort of. I'm not used to people being afraid like that, I guess. I normally shut it down myself, but sometimes I guess people can't do that.
oh, and he'll quickly like stop hugging after a moment and be like,
Mhm.
oh, don't get the wrong idea. I'm still like I'm dating Drusilla
were-
and like and I'm not thinking like date or anything like that. It's just like we're
What?
friends, right? And like friends can hug and
What?
and like we're all good here, right? Like it's just like just like friends hugging for a second, in the terror and not terror, like everything's good,
Will, shut up.
right? Okay.
Inspiration, Mike.
I didn't. You just had a shake, so I thought you were afraid and needed the company.
Oh, I'm gonna quickly redo the inspiration tracker. I'm doing it in all games, so I may as well do it right now. Here, the way we're gonna do it instead is that I'm gonna click the buttons now. But I'm gonna add Alice, boop, and then we'll do Anne. And so if everybody could react with a star. You can just click mine if you want, and then I'll unclick. I didn't check if you guys had. No, not that star, Will.
You just said a star.
The Star of David. Yeah. If you could remove there. Okay. I didn't check who had inspiration prior to me deleting everybody. Anybody know?
Me, Will,
Oh, whoop, I'm an idiot.
And Edgar?
No, I
Cool.
didn't have one.
Then it's
Okay,
Anne.
okay. I'll unclick.
It was one of the two. I just don't remember.
Sure. So Alice and Anne, you guys can click the star.
Anne did not. She used her inspiration.
Oh, yeah, you used it recently.
So,
So
did not have-
Alice, you click the star, and then we'll be good to go.
Cool.
That was hilarious, by the way, Mike.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you.
just Gryffindors normally don't show fear that much, and I'm not used to other houses being afraid like that.
Oh, Anne, you click the star too, please. Just click it,
What?
and I'll fix it.
Well, I've heard somewhere that the courage isn't the absence of fear, but the realization that something's more important than fear.
Sure.
I don't know. Probably got it from the book somewhere. Anyway, oh, we're all good now. I'm just gonna finish this potion. Let me get it all bottled up here. Just give me a second.
Can I do a potion check to see what he's actually making?
If it is a girding potion or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I love it. Make a potion making check.
Draft of living death. Just kidding.
14.
For Gemma, so she'll die in the forest.
What?
14.
No.
Okay. Will, I want you to, in your hidden, tell me if it is a girding potion or if it's something else. Yeah, Alice. It bears a striking resemblance with a nice green hue to a girding potion.
Yeah,
Seemingly done pretty well. Will, can you make a potion making check so we can get the rarity? Or the, yeah, you know what I mean.
Yep. Potmandu. All right. Just give me one quick second.
Also, are you adding any meta potions to it?
No. But I will be. Actually, I'll probably no, because Drusilla's gonna let me.
What?
I'll probably dilute. I'll probably dilute one of them.
Okay. Either way, I still need the check.
Yep. I'm just trying to double check exactly what. Yeah. Okay. I can. I get advantage and whatnot. Sorry, I just wanted to double check something real quick.
I think because girding potion is a potion available via class, you also get to add your. That's hilarious. You also get to add your intelligence to it too. I don't know if you've already done that or not. It
Yep.
looks like you have with plus 13. So, yeah,
Yeah.
that's funny. On a 3. Well, and this, you're Ravenclaw, so that's a minimum 6. So it's actually 18.
19. 19. It's 3 higher. 6 plus 13.
Yeah, I'm a dummy. 19. And so that is a regular potion.
Can I use lucky to reroll one of those dice?
Yep.
We're gonna make that a 24.
Cool. Exceptional quality. And yes, Edgar, that's because the potion's ability says that if you are making a potion that's like available via your year, like normally to everybody, you get to add your intelligence bonus to the check. Right. You make enough for almost your whole party. Enough to keep them safe, Will. And do you hand one to Alice?
Yeah.
So when do I drink this? How long does this last?
You know that it's a girding potion, but you don't know how a girding potion works? He actually
Wait,
genuinely
that was-
upset you.
That wasn't said in character that it was a guarding
Oh.
potion. Alice didn't say it. I said it as DM, as God.
That's my knee-jerk reaction right there.
No. You're the expert. And if it was exceptional, then you would, it
Right,
would be
it
different.
could last
So,
longer. I don't know when.
Yeah, she doesn't know.
Oh, I'm giving you one of the normals.
Yeah. Do you know how long that lasts, Will? If not, I can pull it up. Have you seen the potions track sheet? I imagine you've already made one like yourself. But if you don't have it, I'll share it to you. Jess made it. It's really good. Why can't I share? Oh, there. In fact, I'll show it to everybody. It's a resource that's open for people to use. The potions track sheet allows potioneers, especially, to keep track of what potions do, and then also if you know the potion or not, there's also a section where you can have an add a potion inventory. So, very useful. The girding potion specifically, girding potion lasts for 1 hour at regular.
I'll take it before we leave. Like when we leave. Just in case.
All right. The time fades. In the morning, and I like to think that like the light changes because there's no outside, right? So like you hear like the chiming of a bell or something, and like there's a little bit of an illusory light change to notify anybody inside that the time is different. And you can smell food downstairs being cooked. You can smell eggs, bacon, toast, pancakes. And we all meander our way into the dining room. And Saoirse looks up. Hi, everyone. I've got something for everybody. Anne, I heard that you like blueberry, so I got you blueberry pancakes, syrups in the middle, and feel free to eat up, she says. I'm going to go take off the apron.
Thanks, Saoirse.
The other Slytherins are here as well. I think we should probably talk, Anastasia says.
Yeah, probably. Alice is packing away the food. She's not,
Edgar is like
eating it.
filled with
She's
food.
keeping it.
And she's like, about what?
About what our plan is. If you guys want to go off on your own, I understand.
We're sticking together.
We were talking it out tonight, and if curriculum isn't working, that means that we're on our own. I'm certain that the school will send people, but if we stay in here, they won't know where we are. We don't know how long this threat is going to last. We propose that we travel together as a group under the guise of abscondi, try to remain quiet, only move in the daytime, and stick together.
Yeah.
This thing is our lifeline. This mansion. If we are to survive, we'll need it during the night. According to Gemma, acromantula are nocturnal. For the most part. Sorry, wrong voice. For the most part. But we'll have to be careful. And if we see someone else, then we invite them in.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And he's going to look at Anne.
Then we're all in agreement then.
Not
Yep.
all of us, but the majority wins.
We're not. Let's try not to start a schism in our group immediately.
Well, we're not entirely unanimous either. I say, and look over toward Ernisia. Delilah's out there, and we've had our differences, but I don't want to leave her alone. So I've told the group that if you guys all want to go, that's fine, but I have to go try to find them.
I wouldn't go alone.
You don't know, Ernisia. We could find them on the way. Maybe.
Oh, wait. You want to split from the group and go find her by yourself? Is that what you're saying?
I've put her in dangerous situations before. I have a debt.
That is suicide. You can't be alone out there without the mansion.
I think she's had that conversation with Gemma and Anna and Taylor. You don't have to repeat the point.
I'll be going with her if she leaves. Taylor says, so she won't be alone.
That's smart. She shouldn't be alone. Anyone else? We stick together. We make our way towards the school. If we hear anything, we go that direction. Otherwise, we continue our march.
Yes.
All right, then. I need to at least travel with us for a little while. Bernicia nods. We'll leave in an hour. Everybody gather your things. She turns toward, Gemma is like, that was easier than I thought. They all talk to each other. People eat their breakfast. You grab your packs, make sure they're all filled with whatever you've got. And we all exit out an hour later into the cellar. You can see light streaming down from above and water leaking down, pooling on the ground. Ugh, ew. Hate mud, Gemma says.
I know, it's disgusting.
Arnesia looks at the stairwell. Reparo. And you watch it all form back together. Weakly still rotted wood. It's there. Up, one at a time. Alice gets up, Bernicia gets up, helps other people up, and we exit out into a rainy, overcast day. There is a low mist that rolls along the ground right now where we are, and yeah, everybody is moving together.
We all take turns with Abscondi, so we don't tire one person out. Those fuck through.
Okay.
I'll go first.
Who is leading our group?
And
And
Ugh.
let's roll that survival check.
Can I do the
Yes,
help
Alice?
action because I know the direction that we're supposed to go?
Yes, you may.
Okay, you have advantage.
Great.
let's go on. Let's go.
Yeah. An 11.
Okay.
It's not the
We
natural
try-
one though.
Not that one. You guys travel together for a while. And you believe that the waterfall camp should be down here, that destroyed camp from before. That should be on your way. Each time you're like, yeah, I think it's like half a kilometer. You keep walking. half a kilometer. Oh no. You know, you're walking in the right direction, but the path that you're taking is becoming more and more unknown, uncomfortable. You are still on the northern plateau up here, trying to find, if you can just go far enough in one direction, you'll eventually find that cliffside. Alice is like, I think this way, that way. And we go around. You waste a bit of time being lost. On the way, Edgar, you notice a tree uprooted, laying on its side. Another one nearby that's somewhat hung and like is being held aloft by the other trees around it. And you can see, as if stakes have hit the ground, the pointed legs of the acromantula marching through the area last night. And there's something. You can see a piece of fabric fluttering. The slight breeze that moves through here. It's wet, so it's kind of flapping. It has a red hue to it.
Red hue. Does it have any writing on it or just red fabric?
Are you gonna go walk up to it and take it?
Yeah.
Edgar
I'm
takes just a
curious.
step off the path and pulls it down off the branch. It's a piece of leather, so that would have been very difficult to rip off of somebody. It would have been an attack. The red comes from a stripe down one side. It is make an investigation check.
Okay. Dirty 20, not natural.
You're able to deduce that it would have come from a fight that definitely took place right here. And you start to notice more evidence of it. Bombardas carving the side of trees. You can see burn marks. Luckily, it rained. Probably the forest fire that you guys started is going out. The red line. You remember what group chose red? This red.
Gryffindor.
Darcy's group.
Alice,
What?
you might wanna see this. And he's going to offer her the piece of fabric.
I think she just stares at it for a second. I want directions. She's gonna look around at the ground, see if there's a direction that they went.
Yeah, same. Edgar's also trying to see if he can tell where they went. Anything.
What's the holdup? You can hear Ernesia yelling over as people are walking together.
Darcy.
You see Darcy?
No, this is where Darcy's group was.
People start to gather around. Taylor's like, that's not exactly a good sign, is it?
No.
Maybe they got away.
I want to see footprints, drag marks, anything.
Gemma says, and what if it leads right back to their home?
Then I kill them, all of them.
Alice, you cannot kill all of them. You know that.
Don't care.
Let's...
Give me a direction.
Do I know the direction?
Make a survival check.
I am.
It's a separate
horrible.
check. You know,
Fuck's
being able to
sake.
tell what happened here is different from tracking.
Yeah, 4.
Roll
Can't
again.
tell. You don't know. You don't know. Oh, Cat's giving you Use spell. Try again.
Oh, try again. I have a +1. Don't waste it.
It's
My
just what Alice
God.
wants.
9. I told you.
Yeah, Edgar can't tell. As Alice's frustration begins to bubble up, Anastasia steps forward and says, "We have to make our way back to the castle."
Then go.
Arnesia says, "Yeah, it's not my group, but maybe it might lead to others. Think, Alice. Let's not just go off charging after where the Acronactula went. Let's try to find their prints, see if we can find where they went. Before, you were talking about that camp you guys found. There were drag marks, right?
Yeah.
Probably find drag marks if they were taken. If not, where around here would somebody take shelter? That's what we should be asking ourselves. Okay, guys, we're going to take 15 minutes and see if we can find anything, okay?
Can Edgar look at Dan and see what he's thinking?
Yeah,
Like,
you can
what's
turn
in
back. She's
here?
probably over on the path, like, looking at what everyone else is doing. And
Yeah, Anne is waiting for people to be done with this so they can continue.
so when you're
Going-
called to help, you just kind of turn away.
No, she'll look.
You
She'll
roll
look
your
at
eyes or what?
She won't. She won't. She's not gonna be. She knows Alice is upset, but she's not putting her soul into looking. Let's just say
Yeah.
that.
Meandering through the brush. All right. I want everyone to make me a survival check, and we'll do so at disadvantage.
I'm gonna give myself advantage with my inspiration.
I got
Oh.
a 19 with disadvantage. This is the only survival check.
This is the only survival check that you rolled well on.
Yeah.
I'm not trying. Oh, look at it. There it goes.
That's so funny though.
And resentfully helps angrily.
Is that the highest then? 19?
Yeah, it was. Because I got a 17.
Damn.
And you are the only one to actually find anything. You notice, moving afar off, there is a drag mark, but you also find where the plant life has been patted down, same shape as a person's foot, moving off east, away. Because, like, if you guys were moving this way toward the castle, it's this way.
It's perpendicular. Okay.
Not perpendicular. It's like kind of like a diverting path. And now you're the only one who sees this. Everyone else is kind of talking from behind you. You see the path. You look back at everyone else. You're the only one. Can we be done yet? 5 minutes. And then we'll be done.
There's like 7 of us. Someone must have found something.
We can't stay in one place for too long.
I know. Just give us like 5 minutes. We're going to find something, Alice. I promise you.
And none of you do. Alice, Edgar,
And-
Will.
Anne hates herself so much and sort of sighs and says, I found something over here.
You did?
Yes,
Uh,
I
Alice is-
did.
As fast as you can on like the side of your shoulder. Where?
Point down
Footprints.
at the footprints.
So
And
it feels like
Alice, sorry, Say your thing, Anne.
So it seems like they're fine. Didn't get dragged off. Perfectly healthy.
Alice, make me a quick history of magic check for your memory. Actually, no, it's not. It would be an investigation check.
It's just investigation. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. 10.
Not quite enough.
Okay.
But you have a direction.
I'm gonna go this direction. You guys can go to the castle.
We are not doing this again. We are not doing this again. I am coming with you.
That will only leave me, Gemma, and Saoirse.
I'm not living here alone.
I
It's not-
might propose that it could be good if we split, Gemma says. And this has nothing to do with them. I hope that they're okay. It's if you all aren't able to help, at least you'll know that there's somebody coming. A good chance of it.
Okay, good.
That's actually a smart point.
And you can go with them if you want. You don't have to sit with us.
You can see Edgar. Oh, Edgar, how do you react to this? Because I feel like when that's said, it goes so easily on
Edgar-
what you guys were talking about the other
Yeah,
night.
you know. First of all, Edgar was so happy that she said, "Oh, I found something." Like she's helping at least. But now he's just going to look at her like, "Come on, bestie, I know." You
So Edgar looks at you, judging a little bit. Anne, what do you choose?
This is really stupid. This whole thing is incredibly dumb, and I want you to know that right now. And I will, if I die, it's going to be so awkward for you forever. I'm going to make it a point.
Yeah, you'll haunt them.
You
You'll-
will not
Yes.
die.
You'll haunt them like a poltergeist.
Literally.
You are
That's
not
fine.
going to die. Come here.
Whatever. She's genuinely mad, but she will go with her friends.
No hug.
No hug. You're bleeding her to death. You don't get a
Yeah,
hug.
she's gonna blow past you, Edgar. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Will, I haven't heard anything from you.
Sorry, I got a little distracted by work stuff. I'm gonna be walking along, still a little brooding, but not too bad.
Are you following the party to not go to the castle anymore, but instead to follow the path to potential survivors?
Oh my God, you bleeding hearts.
It's my
Yes, I'll
boyfriend.
go with the party.
Good. Okay. We move off together. Ernesia and Taylor are with you. Actually, Taylor, she does realize that, actually, the only reason why she was going with Ernesia was because she didn't want her to be alone.
Mhm.
Taylor will go with the rest of them.
Mhm.
Yeah. Her and Taylor, have, a little moment off to the side for a second. They seem like they're talking to each other, and Ernesia gives Taylor a hug, and Taylor hugs back. Okay. Out in the rain, we trudge through the forest. Up here, the trees are uncomfortably thick. We follow the tracks for as long as they lead, losing the trace a few times, but always finding it again. The wet and muck have been bad. It must have started raining maybe an hour or two after you guys all got into the mansion. Yeah, give me 1 second.
Okay.
Even if it's just for. 1 second. My computer is like kind of slow all of a sudden, and I'm a little worried. So, okay, I'm not gonna do it because my computer's being slow. It's too bad I have a map for it. I'll describe to the best of my ability. Over the tops of the trees, something starts to come into view. Old and weathered, the stone siding to a medieval building. Something that has stood mostly the test of time. The weathered and moss-covered sides of a chapel come into view. Quite a large building. The tracks lead right toward it. The area is overgrown. No one uses this place. In fact, you can see an area where the rooftop has actually like collapsed inward. The side of the building has a crumbling stone to it. The large double doors, the archway, has been sealed shut from a thicket grown over the side of it. There's towers on the left and right. Probably used to be bell towers that overlook the scene around. There's a bit of a clearing where there are few trees where they get smaller. And you step and find what used to be an old cobbled path, perhaps a Roman road. The rain beats down upon it, and you can hear all the dripping as from the stone gargoyles and the destroyed carapaces, all dripping down toward the ground.
Let's check inside the building. Maybe they took cover.
This is probably unnecessary. We followed the footprints all the way here? That's how clear
Yeah.
they were?
Well, you know, for the most part, yeah. Yeah. And Alice, you remember last night you saw it when you were up in the tree. Wait, no, was it Anne? Who was up in the tree?
Anne was.
Anne, you saw this place. The
Mhm.
steeple.
Can Anne sort of, well, we're just gonna, never mind. There's mud everywhere, but sort of mess up the footprints a little bit. So it does it so they're not leading
Mhm, mhm.
directly towards where they're gonna look.
Sure.
If
hopefully.
we had abscondi, we wouldn't make any.
No, but
Defoe, no, for the people who were there. But Abscondi
Oh.
would stop you from making tracks, but Defodio could easily churn up the earth in that place. Or level it out and whatnot.
do not have that. Does anyone have aguamenti or anything?
I do.
Alice, could
Oh.
you mess up the
Yeah.
footprints?
Yeah, I can do that.
Will, as you near closer to this place, you start to hear something. A long, drawn out moan. Almost like a cry. You can hear people. They're definitely here. It's echoing from inside the building right now. You can hear mutterings of other voices, but incoherent at this distance.
Ooh. Hmm. I'm going to. We're all still together as a party, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna like motion to the others. And I'm gonna whisper. Let me go on ahead and see what's up.
Okay, but
Okay.
be careful. Scream if you need help.
Scream if you need help. The universal sign.
Let me scream even if I don't necessarily need help. And he'll grin and turn invisible.
Disappears in front of you. Will, you travel to the edge of the chapel. The voice is coming from way high up the top of the steeple itself. The main door destroyed. You can hear along one of the walls the crackling of a fire. Try to look in through the partially destroyed old windows and can see a little light coming from a side door on the side of the main chapel room. The chapel room itself is covered in greenery that has grown up through the floor. There's even like a tree that grows inside of here. Make a quick investigation check to see if you can find a way in.
Finally, you let me roll something I'm good at.
Right?
22.
You're able to find a section of stone. What's on? The heater just turned off. Weird. Things been acting weird. Where was I? A section of stone that is like pushes out from the wall a bit. You can see some parts of the ground that have been upturned over here. You're able to grab onto a large brick and pull, and it very easily splits out. You start moving a few of them, and if you want, you have your way in.
Sorry, can you say that one more time? I got a complete mind freeze.
Okay. You're able to move some stones along the wall and are able to find a little place where you can like fit yourself through if you wanted to.
Oh, sorry.
Like, you go get through.
I heard that and I was thinking, where's the next bit of exposition coming from? And I'm like, oh, you're waiting for me to respond. So
I want to know if you want to go through or you want to go get the group or whatever you want to do.
I'll squeeze through.
On the other side, you find yourself in the main area here. You are invisible. You can hear a clanking from nearby, and then a voice echoes from upstairs. You can hear Darcy, where are you with that water? And Darcy's like, coming, running through the door that you saw the light through. Darcy carries a very old iron bucket with like, you can see steam rising up out of the bucket with water, and Darcy is running with it up toward the side. Darcy doesn't notice you because you're visible, and starts making their way up the wooden stairs toward the top. And the voice you heard was not Logan, not Sam, not Sally. It was Nate. It was a part of a completely different group. You can see movement from inside of the room that Darcy just came running out of. Taking a little look over, you can see Sam and Sally talking to one another. I know, it's terrible. I don't know if she's going to make it through the night. You hear. And something drops in your chest. If Nate's here, Drusilla was in his group. She's not going to make it through the night. Will?
Shit. All right. Is there like danger around? Like, it's good to see the people. I was more, making sure like there weren't spiders about to eat people or
No spiders.
living people.
Nope. It looks like they found this place, found their way in the same way you did, and have been holding up in here. And you can hear the crying and moaning from upstairs from a girl.
Do I recognize that voice?
Not necessarily like hard to recognize moaning. You know that it's feminine. It sounds feminine, but
But I assume I might know Drusilla's voice more so than others. Maybe.
sure, when she's talking, you've never heard her cry, scream before.
Fair.
Just can't be certain is all.
Yeah. I'm going to. Yeah, I will crawl back out my little hole.
Okay.
And go for the party.
Coming back over the grass, you can see footsteps flop into the grass, the wet grass, and then appearing. Will is in front of you guys.
So, what did you see?
Well, no spiders. Apparently,
that's good.
There's some folks there. Not doing too great though.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna go in then.
Well, yeah. I'll show you. You can see for yourself in just a minute.
Okay.
Now, walking out over a clearing, there is no ability to make a stealth check, so your abscondi no longer helps you.
I don't think Alice cares right now. She wants to get to Darcy as soon as possible.
Yeah, I don't think we're stealthing. Are we stealthing?
We were on the way here, but not anymore.
Moving out over the area, there is suddenly a horn that blares. Calls out over the area, and you can see people, like little figures, appear on one of the tops of the towers looking down. I think like you can hear somebody call out. It would be Darcy. Darcy's up there. Oh, guys, it's Alice's group. They say back, Alice! They yell down.
Darcy!
We're up here! Come around the side! I'll meet you!
She's gonna run to where he pointed.
He runs down the stairs. Will you find that little pocket where everyone else is? A few people come down. Sam and Sally. Nate eventually, I think. I'll wait on Nate. Sam, Sally, Darcy is here. And they are able to open up the side for you. Get inside! Get inside!
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys come in, and Darcy immediately just wraps around Alice and immediately kisses her.
Alice just kind of follows into him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, you're alive.
You're okay? I'm worried sick.
Okay.
Another one.
Spiders.
That's good.
Spiders
Nate's coming down the stairs now, and he says, "Another one." Good. Have you guys seen Wilfred's group?
No.
They went out last night. They haven't come back.
Wait, where? What way?
There's a lot to go over. You look like you guys have seen some harshness too. Ernesia says, Wilfred's group, Delilah, you've You saw them? Yeah. We kind of all met up last night in the crazy storm. He notices Will, and you see this look come over him. And then running down the stairs, Drusilla comes into view, perfectly fine. Well, Wiggenweld, you survived? I guessed it.
If anyone was going to survive, it would be me. Come now.
Sally owes me 5 galleons. Oh, shut it, Sally says. It's good to see you guys.
Where's Drusilla?
No, Drusilla just said that to you.
Oh, shit.
She came down the stairs. She's perfectly fine.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Which bears the question,
God.
who the hell is screaming?
Yeah, and in that case, strike what I said. I'm just going to shrug my shoulders and point toward the ceiling.
Yeah, I've been trying to make it better, but we have a lot to tell you guys. Come on in. And you guys find yourselves in this new place. Peeking out from the side, you can see Rin looks out into the room. Oh, good. We have food on if you guys need some. You guys already ate.
We're fine. We're fine.
It's just what we could find. It's not very great. I guess the tournament isn't really that big of a deal anymore, is it?
No. I'm gonna give the bacon that I stashed away to Darcy.
Darcy, why don't you fill them in on everything? Yeah, totally. You got it. And Nate heads back up the stairs. He looks at Drusilla. Why don't we go to your tower? Yeah, sure. And you guys take your leave up the stairs onto a watchtower where apparently Drusilla has set up like a sleeping roll and like a lantern up here, and she's the one that blew the horn seeing you guys coming over. It's not much, but are you guys okay? Looks like your whole group is here, so that's good.
Yeah.
We weren't as lucky.
What do you mean?
Reese is gone. He said he was too. It's been one hell of a night. I don't think any of us have slept. Darcy, with everyone here, says, why don't you guys tell us what happened for you on your end? Anicia, where's the rest of your group? They're fine. They're okay. They're heading to the castle now.
Well, I assume you saw the soldiers of the whatever they're called.
8-legged freaks, Drusilla says.
The Acromantula. But there was a larger one that was...
Yeah, did you see the huge
could
one?
speak English.
The big one, I didn't, Drusilla says, but Darcy nods. Apparently it's a brood mother. She's spawned most of them, probably. They must have been preparing for this for who knows how long. And curriculums aren't working. I assume you guys already know.
Yeah.
Yeah, untried. How did you survive?
It's complicated. A lot of us found each other last night. Different fightings. Running. I mean, I nearly slammed straight into Nate in the dark. Call it dumb luck. we all found this place, or Nate's group had already been staying here, so we had a good place to hold up. Luckily, we were able to evade the acromantula for the most part. Last night, Nate's group was hit hard. Reese and Sadie were taken by the acromantulas, and they were gone. Nate was a mess, really upset, and was determined to go out and do something. And in our
Makes
group,
sense.
Logan, he's still... I wasn't able to save him. To the best of my knowledge, he's still alive. They haven't... Nate and I, I'm gonna mute Mike, the typing. Nate and I, after a little bit of debating, I wasn't going to let him go out alone. We followed them. Followed them back to wherever they go, and found a very large subterranean layer? Colony, I think Drusilla says. The colony. We found people stuck on the walls. Quite a few. We found Sadie. We tried to cut her loose, and she'd been bit by something big. Just bored a hole right through her. She looked really sick. And when we were cutting her out, I don't know how, but I think it alerted them, and we had to go. We barely got out of there with our lives, and with Sadie. But Reese, you can see, Drusilla, looks really uncomfortable, really sad. Reese is still there. Logan, too. And the Hufflepuffs, they decided to do a little bit of reconnaissance very early this morning. They mostly headed out together. Rin stayed here. Just haven't seen him since.
We haven't seen them either, so they didn't come the direction we did.
Don't worry. I'm certain that everything will be fine. Look, this is a lovely place, but we have a magical suitcase where it's far more comfortable, and I think you should.
We can't
Rest
move
there.
Sadie. And Drusilla says, I tried an uncommon antidote to poisons. She says kind of toward Will, because he would know what she's talking about. It didn't work. I think she's dying. I don't have the ingredients to make something stronger. I don't know what to do.
Will, can you help?
Well, I don't think I've got exactly what we need on me either.
I could sacrifice this plant I've been carrying. Something really good with it.
What? Drusilla says?
She'll pull out a pack and pull out the well-preserved plant that she's gotten from the cellar.
Which is ganglion.
Which is ganglion.
Where on earth did you find that?
It was in a cellar of an old house out here.
You just found it. In the forest. And Will,
Yeah.
I don't think you hadn't seen this yet. You heard Alice say she was going to keep one. She didn't show you what it was. Witch's ganglion is a rare potion ingredient suitable for high quality rare potions.
Oh, I'm aware, Alex.
But if this can save her,
Will, you're staying, right? I could use your help.
Of course. Oh well, not permanently. Don't want to make this a home.
She kind of like pushes you for a second. I missed that.
I don't know. What do you think? We could make a little, we could make a little subsistent living over in that corner.
Yeah. You know what? We could put up some walls and actually start to rent out to people, make a killing.
Yeah. Well, till the Acromantula find us, but then we wouldn't be the ones making the killing, would we?
Let's get
Anyway.
started. And Darcy looks to the rest of you. I'm gonna go make sure Nate's good with Sadie. He really hasn't left her side.
Yeah.
You guys are welcome to come if you want. I'm sure that she could use the company.
please.
You can hear the moaning has stopped for now. Stopped a few minutes ago. You guys travel up to the top of the tallest, the steeple, and find a very warm room here where all the heat is accumulated. Laying on the floor, Nate sitting down next to her, holding her hand. You can see some things like a hairbrush, mirror nearby, a pack, that boiling water, and he's using a wet rag to kind of dab her with that hot water and try to keep her warm. She's all bundled up in a sleeping bag. So, hey Darcy, I brought some friends. Sadie very weakly opens her eyes. Huh? What's going on?
Hey, Sade.
Found another group. Alice. Oh, you're okay.
Yeah.
She's very pale.
I'm gonna look back over to Nate. You treated the wound, right? Other than the.
We did everything. Yeah.
Okay.
It was the big one. It didn't much like when I told it to go fuck off. Sadie says. It's a little
Sadie, you
chuckle.
pick fights when you're trapped like that.
Backs up against the wall. You do what Gryffindors do, I guess.
I want to kill her so
bad. You can see like something pains her. Oh, it burns. So the big one is what attacked her.
Mm-hmm.
The brood mother.
Mm-hmm.
It's likely that the tack isn't what hurt her so bad, it's the poison. Alpha acromantula venom? Surprised that she's even speaking.
God,
I think
you're
that-
strong, Sade.
Sorry, say your thing.
I'm saying, God, you're strong, Sade. I think I might be put on my ass if I got bit by that.
I probably wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Drusilla. She really knows what she's talking about with potions. She's given me a slew of them, so much so that I kind of want to throw up.
I think we're gonna have to make you one more.
Like, fuck, I don't want to drink another fucking potion. Elsewhere, Will and Drusilla get hard at work. And you look around you and can see everybody lashed on to one another. The rest of your group having head off toward the castle, and there is a certain longing to be with them. To be alone with only them. Maybe there is a part of you that struggles to make what you believe to be the right decision. You certainly failed today. Can you still do any good? And that's a question that we'll answer next episode as we decide what the hell we're going to do to save our friends. Thank you, everyone, for playing. Thank you, anybody who is here to watch, and that's where we'll end episode. Bye-bye.
Bye.